The track known for being a precursor to any event at the Brickyard will get a standalone slot for tonight's 14th Outlaws Sim Series round. A short track like no other, the high side will be in effect, and 250 laps is coming to you next on Pit Stop TV. Good evening all, and welcome to the virtual Brownsburg, Indiana. Ed Shearer is alongside myself, Emerson Arden, for the call this evening. And Ed, this is a track you haven't driven before, and so I have to ask, have you driven any track, any flat short track, where the outside the higher lanes might just be the way to go?
Not really, to be honest, Emerson. The only track that I could think of that kind of has a little bit of resemblance to this is maybe Bristol, but that's a little bit more of a higher banking. I mean, you know, the high side at Bristol works just as these guys are running the high side here in practice, but I just never seen a track like this. It's such flat banked and high speeds down the straightaways and high arcing in the corners. It's just something really interesting.
It really is. And so what you're going to notice tonight is we'll take a look at a track map here. This track name has been updated so many times. So in 2022, what I found and what the logo says, the track is officially called Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. People are just going to call it IRP for short. Indianapolis Raceway Park, that's what we're calling it for short as well. But Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, this track has hosted the nationwide, back when it was a nationwide series, truck series races. They would be on the same weekend as the Brickyard 400, but they would be, you know, just 20 minutes away from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And it kind of shed a new light on this track. This track hosted SRX last season. You can see now on the left-hand side all the fastest iRacing times. Now, it's been hard to find a NASCAR NextGen time here. One, because the NextGen car continues to be updated here on iRacing. But two, I'm going to be honest, I don't think many people have taken the NextGen around here. This is going to be probably one of those outlier combinations. And I say that because IRP is a blast. Look, so in Indianapolis Racing Park, it's a fun track. But those seams, those are treacherous seams. These NextGen cars, they don't respond well to seams. And it's going to be very intriguing tonight. The banking in these corners is a progressive banking that goes up to 12 degrees up by the wall. So it's going to be intriguing to see what kind of lanes these drivers are going to be running tonight.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how the passing is going to be tonight. From what I've seen in practice so far, it's just been a lot of people running the top and a lot of slide jobs been happening. So I'm kind of looking forward to see how these passes are going to happen. I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit of a dirt slide job maybe, as you would see, but a lot of loose cars, a lot of, ill-handling cars on the straightaway, so it's definitely going to be an interesting one tonight. I can definitely tell you that.
And you know why else I think this race is going to be interesting, Ed? And I've told you this a few times, but this race, this is not the first time, this is not the first rodeo for the Outlaws Sim Series. And I think rodeo would be a proper term for how this race went last time back in Season 1, when we ran the fixed setup Xfinity Series cars. That was a wild race. We saw a driver actually be suspended because of actions happening in this race, and actions over race chatter. And we saw more getting into it, where drivers got drive-through penalties the week after. It was chaos the last time we were here, Ed. So I think we're in for a great show tonight. But to set that all up, we of course have to look at the point standings coming into tonight's race. And Ed, it's still Max Service atop the standings. He still has 3 wins on the season. But you'll look at drivers like Zoltan Herczak, who's been lighting it up recently. He notched himself another win at Martinsville most recently, looking for his 3rd win on the season. Jennings, he's been on a little bit of a dry spell, but he's also still up there. He's only 22 points back of Max Service. Berger 29. Stutzman has closed that gap down big time. It's down to 65. It's Seth Fitzpatrick, who's down 106 back of Max Service with his Watkins Glen win. Scott Bailey's 156 back. Reeves is 182 back. It's Herczak, who moved up to 8th. James Gilliard is back in 9th, 184 back. And Adrian Schumacher in 10th. He's 190 back. But Ed, they got really tight on the second page here.
Yeah, I mean, you got Andrew St. Court, 233 back in 11th, who definitely has had a couple rough weeks going. But I'm looking, as I don't believe he's here so far tonight, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how that shakes out. But We got the 88 Justin Causey, who is 250 back, who we haven't seen in the last couple of weeks, and I don't believe we'll see him tonight. A league owner, Adam Gardner, who's looking for a decent points night tonight. Only one back of Mr. Joseph Causey, so definitely should be a little points night for Mr. Adam Gardner, hopefully. 14, Greg Holt in the 3. Definitely a really dominant short track guy, as we saw at Iowa. Took the pole there when he went there and had a really dominant car before the mistakes. Yeah, and previous winner. I mean, wouldn't be surprised to see him show up. I'd be honestly shocked if he doesn't. But 15th, he got the 67 of Doug Solms, who had a good running last week. Even though, a little underperformed with the Dodge. He was a little bit there, but he was close. He almost had the top 5. You got the 84 of Derek McMurtry in the 16th spot, 271 points back, with Brad Bothwell only 4 points behind him at 275, who kind of is looking for a kind of a bounce back. I don't believe he was here last week at Martinsville, so it's definitely going to be an all-go-nighter for Mr. Brad Bothwell, so definitely interested to see how he does. In 18th, we got Devin Smith in the 95, along with Kevin Thompson, the 21, only 9 points back at Devin Smith. And then 20th, Nathan Aldridge in the 14, 323 points back.
Yeah, so Devin Smith, I believe, mentioned it to the admins. I'm in the admin chat. I'm part of the admins. Mentioned it that he's not going to be here tonight, potentially. So that's going to shape up a little bit of the drivers outside the cut line as well. Aldrich is here. Aldrich could be taking a leap in those point things. I wouldn't look too far from Aldrich. He's 323 points back in max service, but we still have plenty of races to go. Let's talk about what we've got coming up. And we are now firmly into that second column of races now. We've gone through Daytona, Canadian Tire, Auto Club, Nashville, Atlanta, Indy, Chicagoland, Iowa, Talladega, Bristol Dirt, Rockingham, and Watkins Glen, and Martinsville last week. But we're into it now. We are now firmly into the second half of this regular season. Tonight is actually the first race of the second half of the regular season. Ed, we start off with a wild short track. Then we got, the mile and a half in Texas coming up, the Arlington Super Speedway, and so much more.
Yeah, I mean, New Hampshire, Michigan, Eldora. I mean, talk about a rough schedule there. I mean, you got almost a paperclip of a short track almost at New Hampshire. Then you're talking about almost a super speedway like at Michigan, then to a dirt track where these next-gen cars have never really touched at Eldora. Then we go back to where it all started, Daytona, where anybody can possibly win. You don't know. Everybody's a favorite in that kind of race. Also, the next week there, we have no idea who's going to win that either. I mean, Laguna Seca, nobody's been there in the next-gen cars, as I've been told recently, but you never know how that's going to pan out. Then we fall off with Pocono, Phoenix, and Charlotte. 3 really good tracks for these next-gen cars, I will say. Those definitely fit these drivers, how they drive around the track. So definitely be interested to see who pulls out there, and then we move on to the closer to the playoff bracket, then.
Yeah, Bristol and Nashville Super Speedway, 2 concrete tracks will wrap up the regular season. And that's our playoff stretch. 2 road courses in the first round. Daytona Road, split Milwaukee in between Daytona Road and Charlotte Roval. In round 2, USA International in Lakeland, Florida, Talladega, and the Darlington Raceway. Round 3, Homestead, Atlanta, and North Wilkesboro. And the championship finale at Richmond, Virginia should be a grand old time. So that is the schedule that these drivers have already endured a third of, and have 2/3 of it still to go tonight. And again, a fantastic track here in Brownsburg, Indiana. It's a short drive away from the Indianapolis Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I think it's fitting we're running this on Indy 500 week. As you know, there's been so much preparation for the Indy 500 the past week in terms of all the practice and the qualifying sessions that went on this past week, and we're steadily on our way to Carb Day IRL, in real life for the Indy 500, and I think it's perfect that in the middle of that week we're going to be running virtually, of course, cars here at IRP. So it's a great time, I think, for this track to be on the schedule. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on around the track in practice. And you can look at it as max service atop the practice charts, 5 1000s ahead of Seth Berger. Both of those drivers, they fared pretty well back in Season 1 with the Xfinity Series car. So that is starting to bode well for them here. Jonathan Jennings, he's 3rd in the practice chart. There's Daniel Molnix, who now just gets overtaken by Jeremiah Stutzman. 4th in Molnix, the top 5 in practice, Ed. But a little bit of a light field tonight, but there's still some time for people to get in here. But look at these practice times. Pretty intriguing, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, how about Swift Racing? I mean, they have 4 of their drivers in the top 10, so apparently they have some pretty good pace so far tonight. I'm a little shocked to see our last week's winner. I mean, Zoltan Herzig, about 2/10 off the pace, just a tad bit. I thought we would see a little bit more out of him for tonight. I mean, definitely seeing how great he was last week at Martinsville. Definitely thought he would bring a little bit more power. Maybe he's just not showing off his race run yet or not, but interesting to see that. But one name I'm not surprised to see at the top of that charts, Emerson, is Jonathan Jennings. I mean, the man that dominated at National Fairgrounds. I mean, this definitely fits into his play style. You know, a little local short track, just about. I don't know about the high groove and all, but this definitely fits right into his playhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. Nashville is that track I think of it, and now it's not. This track is not near as banked as Nashville, but you think of somebody, or you think of a track that requires a lot of finesse. Nashville is very line dependent. You got to be on that steady line, or you're pretty much you're giving up lap time if you're not. I think that's a very similar feeling to what you would get here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, and you can see Jennings right there. He's entering high to kind of diamonding off. Actually, going right on board with Jonathan Jennings. Y'all can kind of get a feel of the line I'm talking about here. But look at that. He's up in that second to last seam up on the top side, diamonds down to the middle seam, and then right back up. And I know this is not the high side that we saw with the Xfinity car where they're pinning the outside wall, but it's still way up there for a short track.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as we were talking about that, he jumps to the top of the board in the practice chart. So
yep.
Maybe we gave him a little bit of a, good luck there from watching the broadcaster's view. But I definitely do not see how this doesn't fit into his playhouse. I mean, he dominated National Fairgrounds when leading just about, I believe, 3/4 of that race. So definitely would be interested to see how he plays out tonight. Definitely one of the favorites to look out for tonight. But can't count out the Swift Racing guys with Max Service, Seth Berger, and the whole team. I mean, never know what they can bring any other week. I mean, Seth's coming off that second place last week to Zoltan Herzig, so I definitely think he wants to get another win to prove that Talladega wasn't just a one-off fluke, so I think he wants to show that he has a little bit more pace anywhere.
Absolutely. And you mentioned, I was wondering who you're including in that Swift Racing for the top 10. I see Matthew Setzer, I guess, is lumped in there as well. So yeah, great run for Swift Racing, and I'm sure Matthew says he's getting some help from some great resources down there. Seth Berger, again, the season 1 champion. He won the championship the season that was last held a Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park event. So maybe some good luck for Seth Berger on the rise. And I want to take a look at that beautiful car. I'm not gonna. I mean, let's go ahead and see if we can get a good look at it. It's gonna be hard. Well, you'll look at it upside down here, but I think it's amazing what he's doing, and he's putting it off into grass right now. Well, there you go. Well, look at the camera coming around. Those are all the names right there that of the children and the teacher who lost their life in the tragic shooting in Uvalde, Texas, this week, and it's I think amazing what he's done to that car. He showed me the car that he made earlier in the week, and to make that kind of an edit for the hood, based on what happened yesterday, that's huge. So a brilliant car by Seth Berger as always, and to lump it in with the entire Memorial Day vibe, also to have all the names of all the victims of the Uvalde shooting, I think is another amazing touch.
Yeah, our condolences definitely go out to those families that lost loved ones that day. I mean, it's just so upsetting to hear exactly what happened. I mean, it's just gut-wrenching to hear about all those men, women, and children that just lost their lives to a sick act, and hopefully we can get this resolved one day and be all happy and rejoice. But for now, it's just, we gotta do what we have to do. We go on with our lives and just thank God that, just gotta hold on for the next day.
Right. Well, to kind of, it's hard to kind of move on from that, but we look to what's going on tonight, and I think about the two drivers at the top of the charts. They are inverse of the drivers top 2 in the point standings. Seth Berger 3rd in the point standings as well. I want to see who we can bring up, and it's actually I'm gonna go ahead and bring up somebody that we haven't really talked to this season. I want to kind of pick the brain of this driver of the number 44. You were just in the top. You were 4th a moment ago. You're now down to 6th in the practice charts, Daniel. But this has been quite an impressive showing thus far in the practice. How are you feeling about your chances coming into IRP tonight?
Um, not too good. There's gonna be some wrecks, and there's gonna be a lot of cars piled up. I have a feeling. Um, car feels good though. Just gotta try and keep it clean, man. I had a decent race going last week, qualified up front, just trying to keep my nose clean, and I don't know, was it the 33? I think turned Max in front of me, and just got caught up in that, and it just went downhill from there. So. I've had good cars, and just it didn't pan out, you know.
And this
It
is
happened.
kind of that is kind of what we were unfortunately kind of expecting with a short track stint like this with Martinsville and Lucas back to back. It is the potential for that kind of chaos and stuff like that could bleed over to this week. So, with that being said, what are you going to do to, I guess, try to put yourself in a position to avoid that should something happen like that this week?
I'm thinking about just skipping qualifying, starting in the back, and just kind of let things play out up front. Because like I said, I believe there's going to be quite a few big wrecks. So there's going to be some cars torn up, and they're going to fall to the back, and that's just free spots for me to get further up. So, I mean, the car is good, feels comfortable. It's obviously not top of the charts, but it's not far off. So we'll just see how it plays out. Just try and keep it clean.
Sure, and I gotta ask, you kind of came into this season kind of middle of the season that we've completed so far, mid-season to us.
Mm-hmm.
What's it been like, I guess, with your first taste of Outlaws racing, and now you kind of gotten a larger scope of tracks?
It's been fun. It's not, anything more than I would expect.
Sure.
I mean, of course, everybody in here is competitive. I mean, you look at even the slow guys, week after week, and they can, the following week be top of the charts, and you can't touch them. So, everybody has what they're comfortable with. I like short tracks. I like super speedways, road courses, hit and miss. I think the way the schedule is, it just plays into everybody's hand a little bit. Everybody's gonna have their upswings, and others gonna have their downswings.
Certainly. Well, Daniel, it looks like it's been a decent run for you. Recently, I know you were running inside the top 10 last week at Martinsville before what had happened with other drivers. But you're up now,
Yeah.
6th on the charts. Looking pretty positive heading into tonight's race. Best luck to you tonight, and hopefully we talk to you a little later on, man.
All right, thank you, man.
That is driver of the number 44, Daniel Molnix. And Ed, again, that's somebody we haven't really talked to this season. So it's pretty nice to see him up there. We'll see if this practice time can translate to maybe a race result that we may end up talking to him a little later on.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had speed last week. I mean, he qualified top 5, was around 4th to 3rd, I believe, most of the race. So he definitely showed consistent speed on the short track. So I wouldn't be surprised if he showed a little bit more of that tonight. But just got to keep his nose out of trouble and just keep it in one piece. So just got to hope he maintains all 4 tires and has nothing bad happen to him, and it should be a good night for him.
Right on. Looking around here, seeing Adrian Schumacher has jumped up the timing sheet. And there he is in his beautiful Vodafone livery, throwing back to Formula One and the Vodafone car. It's great. I know Adrian has a huge affinity for F1, and he'll show that most weeks. He'll show with his Red Bull livery, and you know, a little fun with the Honda and the Super earlier this season. But
Yeah, it's a big thing for Chrome too.
yeah, he does. But he was down about 9th on the standing, so he has now joined his 2 teammates towards the top of the running order. And new look for Jeremiah Stutzman. You mentioned it before we went on the air, Ed. Pepsi car.
I miss it. I miss the Logano look. I love this scheme. I'm not gonna lie, but he was just such the Logano look. It fit him.
Sure. But just under 4 minutes left to practice here, Ed. Anybody you've been keeping your eye on? Anyone you want to see if you can pick their brain and learn a thing or two about IRP?
I was gonna say, if he's available, why don't we try to get the driver of the 71? I don't know if he's available or not.
Let's go. Let's try it. We don't normally try to get interviews with him pre-race, but let's go ahead and see if he's around.
Jeremiah, it's Ed and Emerson in the booth. You got a copy, buddy? Jeremiah, you got a copy, buddy? Oh, I got the silent treatment.
Yeah, I don't think pre-race is necessarily a good time for him, so we'll go ahead and drop him back down.
Yeah.
But is anyone else you've been looking at?
I mean, yeah, my second option is going to be Jonathan Jennings, of course. I mean, we got to talk to the man that possibly might have the car to beat.
Sure, the driver who dominated Nashville, led over 200 laps. We're going to go ahead and bring him on up, Ed.
Mr. Jonathan Jennings, is the guys in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Jennings, I'm not going to try to curse you tonight, bud, but I definitely think you have a car that can definitely get it done tonight. You know, this track kind of fits your kind of style to what you did at Nashville Fairgrounds. You feeling the same way, or is it just me that feels that kind of way?
Yeah, I like short tracks. I missed 2, but I like this track, so hopefully we'll have the same outcome.
Well, buddy, I mean, you're only a couple points behind Max. I believe it's only about 21 points, I believe, if I'm correct. I'm not 100% sure. Or 22, excuse me. So, definitely going to be a little bit of a rebound night for you after, you know, the little bit of a catastrophe you had last week at Martinsville. I know a lot of people had trouble, but you feel like you can get it done to make up all that kind of points on Max tonight?
Yeah, I missed Iowa because my wife had my little girl, so and it's been kind of rough here the past few weeks. And I made up all that ground back up and just had to sit out last week, but hopefully I can eat at his lead a little bit and get back to him.
Well, buddy, we both know that you have that kind of speed to definitely make it up to the front. And first of all, I also want to say congratulations on your born of your new baby girl. Congratulations to both you and your wife. So, congratulations on that. And hopefully we'll be talking to you later, man. I mean, I definitely think you got a car that can definitely make it happen. So, we'll see if we'll be talking to you later.
All right, hopefully. Thank you.
Right on. That was driver of the number 91, Jonathan Jennings, joining us up here. Well, pre-race interview, and again, that's a driver where we're looking at to do some wonders here on the short track here in Brownsburg, Indiana. Time winding down in practice. I do want to go ahead and direct y'all to our social media outlets. Tonight we're live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And you can also catch up with all of our updates on facebook.com/pit-stop-tv, instagram.com/pit_stop_tv, twitter.com/pit_stop_tv. Wait, no. Twitter.com/pit-stop-tv_, or you can just type in @pit-stop-tv_, youtube.com/c/pit-stop-tv1, and of course our twitch.tv/pit_stop_tv. And time has wound down. Practice is come to a close, Ed. And we are now officially into our qualifying session for the Pratt Tile & Stone Pole Award. Pratt Tile & Stone, of course, serving Central Vermont since 2005. And we have a quiet track, Ed. We are awaiting the first driver to take to the track. And James Gilliard has selected to be that first driver.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt or anything, but I think I finally got a flashback of this track. Isn't this the same track that Denny Hamlin substituted for Eric Almirola? Or is it a different one I'm thinking of?
It was Milwaukee, I believe.
Was it Milwaukee? I don't know why. I felt like it was this one. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just like I saw this place and it looked like it looked the same to me. But, oh well. You see James Gilliard warming up his tires going into 3 and 4. Definitely going to be interesting to see what kind of pace these guys have in qualifying. So the fastest lap was Jonathan Jennings at a 2:47. So it's going to be interesting to see if the pace picks up a little bit here. Oh, and that's not a good way to start your lap, scratching the wall for 1 and 2 there for Mr. James Gilliard. So definitely going to be a little bit of a reset here as we see that he's in 4th gear going into turns 3 and 4. It was gonna be another one of those tracks. It'd be interesting to see where everyone's gears ratios are. So, be interesting to see. Is wow, Seth Berger right now with the fastest lap at a 998.
It is Seth Berger's on top of the charts, and teammate Max Service second on the charts. So right on board is Seth. He's third gear around this track, all the way down to the bottom, up off the corner to the line. It'll be an improvement. No, Max Service goes top of the charts. He's in the wall.
And he's just riding that wall. I thought for first he had a low rider, but I guess not. He's just riding that wall. Okay. And look at Adam Gardner.
Yep. This is a driver who he's needed a good mid-season run here the past couple seasons. Hasn't made the playoffs, to my knowledge, and looking pretty steady right now to do so this season. Of course, needs to couple that up, finishing out the second half of this regular season. But Adam Gardner looking pretty steady so far to do what he is yet to do in his own league.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with the amount of people that have been showing up a little bit recently, it might be a decent points night for him to make up some lost ground on some of those positions they made as he gets a little snappy loose off of 2.
Yeah, that is definitely very plausible here at IRP. You hear a lot about these next-gen cars with how flat they are to the ground and the way the suspensions are. They are not friendly with those seams.
Yeah, a lot of people I've been noticing so far have been losing it in turns 1 and 2. So it's definitely not stable conditions here tonight. Definitely going to see a lot of loose race cars. And talk about a lap there, 999. Wow.
Followed by a 2-2.
Man.
Matthew Setzer driving it a little deep there. He's up at that second to last seam, or second to last lane produced by the seams, up on that top side. Oh, pop the wall. One lap counted.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I thought he scratched it.
Robert Giannini out there in the number 34 machine.
Yeah, this was a car I was watching in practice a lot, and he was doing he was doing a lot of exactly that right there. I noticed a lot of that. He was struggling on entry to get it pointed into the center of the corner. Every time he got it on entry, he lost it in the rear end. So I don't know, maybe it's something in the setup that he's got. But from what we know, is usually that whole team over there, B&G, they share the same setup. So I only saw the 34 having that same issue. So interesting to see what happens.
On board of Brad Bothwell, the driver who secured the most pole positions last season. He was the only one even well, he was the only one. I mean, he got the most pole positions, but I think he was the only one, I think, to clear of a 2 or 3 pole mark last season. He got 6 of them. He was on it in qualifying last season. It has not been the case this season for a driver of the number 31, the one-time Outlaws Sim Series winner.
Man, interesting lane choices. He's going to loop it around in 1 and 2. He was kind of going for a little bit of a diamond, washing it up in the middle to the top and then back to the middle on exit. So, and talk about a guy who almost had a good run last week, but unfortunate circumstances. Mr. Scott Bailey definitely had a good run showing out. I believe he still had a good run. He definitely was. I think he's finished 6th, I believe.
He's still finished up there, but could have been a little bit better.
He's definitely got some momentum on his side, so I would look for a similar night.
Wall and entry.
Oh yeah, he's trying to get all that speed off the corner. Definitely look for another good night from this 11 car. I like what I saw of the Tron Legacy look.
You sure do like that paint scheme, huh? It's a good looking car.
It's amazing.
Almost caught the wall. You have to pop out of the throttle. Somebody else who I know is on a heater. This is 71, a Jeremiah Stutzman.
I can go for a Pepsi right now.
I'll go 7th quickest.
Not bad. He was up there. He was in the top 4 on the practice charts. So.
And we talk about this next-gen car at the time. I mean, you and I, we race the next-gen car in the league on Tuesdays. And we always talk about how it's a second lap kind of qualifying day when you talk about these next-gen cars. But these guys having 3 laps in their 10-minute allotment. Oh, a little bit of a blink there for Stutzman. Do we potentially see most races being a third lap qualifying. Oh, and he'll loop it. It'll be in the wall, and a third lap won't matter for Jeremiah Stutzman.
To answer that question, I honestly think yes. I think maybe if you don't carry enough as you think you would on the first lap, I say just park it and just shoot for that second and third lap to be your better ones. I mean, I think the first lap is to try to get a feel of how the car is maybe, and then go out for that second and third lap, and then definitely get it pointed to where you need it. As this is a guy I wanted to pay attention to, the 44 Daniel Molyneux. I feel like he might have a little bit of underrated speed under that hood of the 44. I feel like after how he showed at Martinsville, definitely having a lot of speed in qualifying top 5. I would be interested to see how he does here.
We watched the 44 of Daniel Molyneux dive it off into the corner, and he's running one of the lower entries I've seen all day. He's running into that third seam on the entry. And same thing here. He is looking to bottom feed tonight. Well, I say bottom feed. That's still the middle lane.
Middle feed.
But
more like a middle feed, yeah.
But bottom of what these drivers are going to be running.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Put him 9th quick is that opening lap.
And the times are kind of falling off a little bit here. I mean, I'm a little surprised to see, these timing sheets right now. I mean, we saw a lot of people running 4s to 6s, and we haven't really seen a 4. It's been mainly 6s and 9s, and barely a 1, 2, and a 3. I mean, it's pretty interesting. It must have been a really drastic change in the track just a little bit ago.
The track might have definitely gone cooler. Schumacher has gone ahead and put it 5th quickest, so we're on board with him for his 3rd lap. And, that'll do it.
Oh, I could tell he was on a hot lap, because as soon as he came into turn 1 and 2 again, he pancaked that wall, just about.
And Molyneux will finish up his final lap. It'll be 9th quickest, 4 of a 44. Robert Giannini is back out there, and he's going to go at it one more time. He's got one more lap to do it, I believe. Unless this is a practice run for him. I believe he's got one more time lap. He's going to give it a go on this final time lap.
Yeah, I believe he does. Oh, and he's struggling loose again.
I think they got to get back to work on the setup. So
yeah, definitely some on entry that does not like it.
You mentioned a drastic change to the tracks. Let's go and take a look at the weather. It is cold, baby. That is a cold track temp, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Not a lot of heat in that track, on a track that's not necessarily ran all year or anything like that. Winds already calm. Air temp 68 degrees Fahrenheit, but 70-degree track temp. Cool night for short track racing and drivers struggling for entry grip. Not a recipe for success, I should say.
No, definitely not. I mean, cool temps, definitely gonna get a little loose. Might be a little tight. These drivers got to adjust to it. Get them tires a little bit heated up. Make sure you got them pressures right. Definitely going to be a little bit of a patience game in the beginning, so it'll be interesting to see how this race starts in the beginning.
Now we got a moment. Let's go ahead and look at what's coming up on the channel here at Pit Stop TV. If you're watching this on the Outlaws Sim Series YouTube channel, Facebook page, go ahead and find the Pit Stop TV Facebook page or YouTube channel. Go ahead and drop it a like on Facebook or sub to us on YouTube. You can catch all the action tomorrow afternoon here in the States, tomorrow night in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. UK Time. British sim racers and their towing cars take to the Sebring Raceway. Sunday night, the MPA Cup Series, they're back in their NASCAR stock cars. They're in their Gen 7 cars at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And next Wednesday night, the Outlaws Sim Series is in action, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're heading to the Lone Star State. Texas Motor Speedway will be the host of the 15th Outlaws Sim Series round. But with that, qualifying has concluded, and we do have our starting lineup set and ready to go. And okay, so let's get to it. And on the front row, it'll be the 81 of Max Service, who is your Pratt, Tile, and Stone Pole Award winner. And once again, Pratt, Tile, and Stone serving Central Vermont since 2005. To the outside of our pole sitter Max Service will be second place in point driver Jonathan Jennings, trying to chase down Max Service in points. So that'll be an intriguing battle right off the rip. Row 2, it'll be the 77 of Seth Berger, the season 1 champion, and to his outside will be the 2 of Seth Fitzpatrick. Row number 3, it'll be the 82 of Adrian Schumacher. This is one of those tracks closer to him, so I think he'd love to do well here. The 22 of Jacob Reeves will be to his outside. Row number 4, it'll be the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman, the 39 of Zoltan Herczeg. And in row number 5, it'll be the 44 of Daniel Molnix, the 31 of Brad Bothwell.
Yeah, row 6, we got the 5 of Matthew Setzer along with the league owner, Mr. Adam Gardner. Row 7, we got Scott Bailey and Robert Gianni, who definitely I'm looking to see right off the rip to see if he fixed that little loose condition he had there. In row number 8, we got the 84 of Derek McMurtry and the 14 of Nathan Aldridge. Row number 9, we got James Gilliard, who definitely made a lot of friends last week in Martinsville, along with Matt Rogers. And rounding out row number 10, we got Mike Petrin, along with the Dodge Charger himself, Mr. Doug Solms.
That is what is going to round out our 20-car grid tonight. 2 pace laps for these drivers. We've kind of already gone over the track tempo. We haven't gone over is stages. And again, stages is where the top 10 in points will get, or I'm sorry, the top 10 running will get points at the completion of lap 50 and lap 113. So yeah, Max Service is on the pole. This is going to be intriguing. Max Service is a huge proponent of driving this track a lot lower, which is very intriguing since he was painting the wall back in Season 1. So we'll see how this fares. And he has elected the inside lane, which is also pretty uncommon for this racetrack. So a lot of unknowns with these NextGen cars. It should be a fun time.
Interesting how he goes from painting a wall to being the pole winner, so this should be a little bit interesting. I definitely know that from when he was talking to you and me earlier, he definitely was not expecting a fast car, but it's going to be interesting to see how the start gets ready going as the pace car's pulling off. Emerson, here we go.
Here we go, the field in the hands of the 81 of Max Service, and we are waiting for the green lights, and racing from Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway. And we got a car spinning in the back. That is Matthew Setzer. Gonna spun around.
No caution.
Looks like he will keep going. Adrian Schumacher is powered by Zoltan Hertzeg for the time being. They continue to duke it out.
Hey, Adrian's really trying to make this bottom work. I don't think he was going to prevail with it, but watch out for that 31 of Brad Bothwell is slowly but surely peeking, trying to poke a nose in there to get by the 82 as well.
Bothwell trying to get down in there. It is currently Giannini trying to get to the outside of Mulnix, and it's Jonathan Jennings with the fastest lap trying to chase down race leader Max Service.
Oh, he's about getting there. He's got a little bit more of a high lane going more than Max Service. Max is more of a diamond, just about running that second lane at the top of it, just going up a little bit as we see another new fast lap with Seth Fitzpatrick, who won at Watkins Glen with the fastest lap right there. And now Zoltan Hertzeg. Okay, we're going to be flopping a lot here, I think.
Oh, Jennings has got the power run here.
Oh, this is not. Oh, this would be interesting. I wonder how he's going to get this pass off. I haven't seen this be really working out here. Is he going to do the slide job?
They're going to go at it still side by side. Seth Fitzpatrick at the next fastest lap, and Jennings still on that bottom side.
Yeah, while watching this, the 39 Zoltan Hertzeg just got around the 22. Jacob Reeves. Oh, as Zoltan is a little bit loose, but the battle right now up front, Jonathan Jennings still holding on to that corner of the 81 in Max Service with Seth just barely peeking behind him, running that middle lane. It's a really fun battle to watch right now.
It's a great battle for the lead at a track that a lot of drivers said you just can't pass here. Jennings is looking to shut them up. Max has got a huge run down the back straightaway, but Jennings still has that innermost line, and he's still pretty much up alongside the 81.
Yeah, I think Jennings gets the run on the entry, but I think Max with the run on the top gets the better exit. He gets about more clear right there. I think the 81 might be a little bit more breathing room right there as the 77's going to try to follow along and try to get the pass too, but look who's just behind him. Zoltan Hertzeg started just about, I believe, almost in the top 10 as we see Scott.
No.
Damage.
That car is destroyed.
Caution's out. Caution is out.
On the speedway.
Wow.
Oh my.
That's a lot of damage right there
goodness.
to the 11.
And another fastest lap for Seth Fitzpatrick on top of that. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Oh baby. So remember last week how many cars we had go over at Martinsville? What, we had 2, almost 3, right?
Oh, don't tell me we had another one. Not again.
Into turn 1. Contact between Giannini and...
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think Nathan Aldridge felt a thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
This is definitely one of those you're not gonna forget this one. That was crazy.
I think that was the most stable airborne lift I've ever seen from a stock car.
So here a little bit better into turn 1. Unfortunately, Giannini gets damaged there as well, and huge hit. Matt Rogers sends Bailey back down into traffic. It looks like Aldrich might have gone away pretty relatively clean after that. We get one more on board here, on board with 11 of Scott Bailey.
Yeah, this should be a fun onboard. Coming off of turn 4, I think he just doesn't know how much room he has. Going into 1 and 2 and just slight contact and then just up for the ride. Let's look at the stars from up there.
Went stargazing.
Wow. Talk about a way to kick off the race so far. 10 laps in, we already got 1 car airborne.
Yep. We do have a busy pit lane as well. It is Matthew Setzer, Nathan Aldrich, Robert Giannini, Scott Bailey, Derek McMurtry, James Gilliard, and Mike Petrin.
Well, hopefully if I'm wrong, hopefully I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure with all that damage Scott has, I don't know if that's going to affect him a lot. Maybe depending on how his setup is, because short tracks you don't really need as much aero as you do need horsepower. So
well, he's definitely going to go 1
horsepower that much. Yeah, he definitely will. He's probably trying to get as much as he can fixed.
Certainly.
I don't blame him. We'll probably get a couple more. Maybe he'll catch a lucky dog or 2 to get back into it.
Well, the lights went out on the pace car really quick, and they're going to add a lap. Okay, we were
not ready for that. I don't think they're going to catch up here. And Max takes the top here on the restart. This
were the choices made there?
I believe so.
All right, well they took the choices. Lights are still on the pace car, so we're not ready to go. But Max selected the top side, and I think Max is quickly learning that. So he was debating with me before the race that it's not as much of a high side track as it once was. And it disappointed me, but I think Max is starting to realize that the top side still has that advantage up there, especially in a heated battle that he had with Jennings.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Jennings was able to make that bottom work though, so this is going to be interesting. So I definitely would not be surprised if these two are side by side going in the next couple of corners, because Jennings was able to run right on that quarter panel just about to Max's door on that bottom lane, but Seth was just standing by watching. But I-82 too. I mean, he's got a fast car, so is that 39. So it's gonna be an interesting restart here.
Got a lot of fast guys up here. I'm excited. Max Service is the race leader on the highest side. Jennings on the inside. Schumacher, Berger, Hertzeg, Stutzman, Reeves, Solms, Rogers, and Bothwell. We are green once again from Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Oh, and Adam Gardner is going around in the middle of the pack, and he's going to collect Doug Solms.
Caution is out.
Oh, Matthew Setzer involved in more contact.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a self-inflicted damage there for the 56. It looked like he just got a little loose off the corner. Just stepped out on him. Get a replay here.
Yeah, we will. Adam Gardner on the top side. It did look like a self spin. He got a great run on Solms off the corner here. He had his eyes looking forward. He was up to about 11th or 10th here, and just drove it way too deep.
Wow, he really sent it.
Nowhere for Solms to go. Rogers big hit. Oh, big hit there for. Oh god, who the 9 is? Matthew Setzer.
I think Doug Solms might have made out just about okay. I know he nosed it into the inside wall, but I don't think it's that bad.
With the improper car number, who got a big hit there.
That's a big oof. I believe that's 500 points doctored, right? For no wrong thing. I don't even know how they got that. I don't know how they got that car in the hall, or without realizing it had the wrong number on it.
Oh no!
Oh, Seth Berger, what happened?
Seth Berger wrecked under caution. Oh wait, no, this is practice. My apologies.
Oh my, I was about terrified. I said, what do we miss?
So I was trying to get another replay queued up and kind of mixed that up a little bit. And here we go again. We can see Adam Gardner there up on the high side, and this should be a look here into turn 3.
Tries to send it on the top side. He just overdrives it a little bit and loose. I think Doug Solms made out okay. I don't know how bad it is, but he did nose into that inside wall. So I don't know. He might be down a little bit of RPMs, so we'll see what happens. But I think everybody should be okay. I think a little bit of damage fixed, but not too bad.
So just to clarify, Seth is fine. That was an early incident in practice that is not relevant to the race. Seth is fine.
Oh man, you got scared, Burger Nation, there for a minute. They were about to be all over it.
I'm sure they were. Seth is fine. That was just an incident in practice. He is A-okay. Still in second behind teammate Max Service. Coming to the choose here. Max elects the inside. Seth will elect the outside.
Yeah, I was really surprised with how that restart went just before. Jonathan Jennings just did not look like he was ready to go. I mean, it was a gap. I mean, both the 81 and the 77 were gone on that restart. Might have been a little bit more of a teammate game, but I mean, that was crazy how good of a jump the 81-77 had. But might be the same thing here as we're getting ready to come to the 1 to green. So
yep. We want to give a quick shout out to our partners here at Pit Stop TV, Tucson Sound Art, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine, Whiplash Media, and BAM Racing Videos. You can check out Whiplash Media at www.pitstoptv.com/whiplash. And now the lights are off on the safety vehicle. We are getting ready to go for our third third restart of the day. Am I counting out? Yeah, second.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you count the first green flag.
Second restart of the day. I guess I already counted 3 yellows for some reason. We have had now 3 drivers who have left the race. Scott Bailey, Derek McMurtry, and Adam Gardner has not left, but he's still on the pit lane. The field in the hands of Max Service, and we await Max Service to lead us back to the green here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Zoltan Herzeg has poked his head up inside the top 3. Looking to the outside of Seth Berger.
Man, talk about a power move, making that outside look like magic. I mean, don't forget, he was the one that made the outside lane work at Iowa. Everyone was surprised to see him working that top as well as he did. So he's not too, familiar with going up to that top side. So not surprised to see him burning that wall.
Still up there and still trying to make some ground up there. We'll see what he's able to do here.
Oh, 91 got tight right there on exit. Just about got the 39 in the quarter panel, but he's going to fall in line here. It looks like we're going to try to single file out here a little bit.
Potentially. Looks like Seth Fitzpatrick's machine there in that 2 car trying to get to the outside of Jacob Reeves. This is the battle
got that colorful 2 again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a move off the corner. Seth got a good run off the exit right there. He's definitely going to send it in here on the entry.
There's that outside lane coming to fruition. And Fitzpatrick will clear by Jacob Reeves in the 6th.
Yeah, just behind him, Jeremiah Stutzman won 7th. I believe we have a wreck on the front straightaway as I'm hearing over the comms. I believe the 41 might have wrecked there on the front straightaway. I'm not positive.
He's still rolling, so if they're not calling the yellow, we are staying green.
Jeremiah Stutzman's around the outside right now. The 22 battle for 7th right now. And that good-looking Pepsi machine. Jacob Reeves is just struggling to hang on here on this middle lane. He's trying to make it work, but he's going to have to try to find a hole in here soon as Jeremiah really tightened, about hit the wall there on the exit.
Matt Rogers has pulled it down the pit lane.
You got that battle back here with the 44 and the 33, James Gilliard. That's a battle for 10th. Good run so far for this 44 machine. As he told you in pre-race, he was going to try to start in the back. So if he did live up to his promise, a pretty good start for this 44.
And the 33 James Gilliard. There's 15 cars on the lead lap and 16 cars running. Solms went 1 down as a result of that last caution. Back up front, it's Jonathan Jennings trying to work back to the inside of Zoltan Herczeg. Herczeg clears by Jennings for the time being.
I think right now Jonathan Jennings has the only car I think that can make that middle lane work for a pass. I think he's just way too comfortable right now in that middle, but I think if he's gonna try, if anybody's gonna make a pass on that middle to bottom, I think he's the man that can pull it off. He just seems like he knows what he's doing down here. As you see this run right here, he gets off the bottom of the exit. I mean, he just about eats it up. You see right here, he just eats him up right on the bottom, about diming it off the corner. He about clears the 39 off the bottom.
He's gonna have to send it here into 1. He does. He's clear.
What a move!
He caught Herczeg sleeping. I think Herczeg was gonna just ride behind Seth Berger a little bit, and all of a sudden he got overtaken by Jennings. Jennings is gonna try to do this again.
Oh, he got a little loose off the exit there. Zoltan's gonna get a run out here on the exit. Nice little battle here. I really like what I'm seeing so far out of this 91 machine. I mean, I definitely think he has a car that could potentially battle for the lead and possibly the win here tonight, but right now he's got to worry about battling this 39 machine for a top 3, and just behind him, Adrian Schumacher is running that outside lane, hopefully to fill the hole, along with Seth Fitzpatrick, who's just behind the 82.
There's a lot of patience to run up by that wall. Schumacher keeps his nose to the outside.
And all that, about the 81 and 77 have a car length of a gap, just about. Definitely pulling away a little bit from those two teammates, but Zoltan right back up to the top lane as we're on board with the 71, trying to pull, I believe that is the 22 in front, who got back around him. So 22 back into 7th place. So seems like everyone's single filing out here. Nothing really much going on. I think everyone's just going to ride around, be a little bit patient, take care of them tires, don't over-abuse them a little bit. So, see how this pays off. As I say that, the 39 just about sends it into the corner. I mean, wow.
Herczeg can really roll that center. And even gets a little bit there on the entry. Seth tries to dime it off the exit. Herczeg a little loose. But the only thing I worry about is how much wheel are those Swift racing cars putting in on corner exit? Are they hurting their tires?
And as soon as you say that, Jonathan Jennings just about had a nose underneath the 39, but he backed out of it and wanted to wait for a better opportunity possibly to get underneath him again. So I definitely would not be surprised to see this 91 trying to make a move here sooner or later. I think he sees where the 39's weakness is.
Top 4 are all nose to tail. And the battle really on track continues to be this between the 44 and the 33, the closest one on track, notably anyways. And, Fitzpatrick having to go at Adrian Schumacher, who blinked out a little bit there, so that's not going to help that case any bit. That puts the top 7 nose to tail.
Oh, we have a caution. I believe the 44 just got turned around.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, that's unfortunate.
See what happened to the 44 of Daniel Molnix. He was just inside the top 10 racing James Gilliard.
Oh, he's not happy with somebody, so I would imagine something happened back there.
Well, let's see what happened. We do have it here. And he's in a B&G Motorsports sandwich for what it's worth. And off the corner. Ooh, that's a weird movement from the 33. It's almost like he got neck coated there.
Look like he had an itch. I think it looks more neck coatish, to be honest. Yeah, you're right. Definitely. We might have a good view of this here. It looked like he was trying to think, like, just be side by side, but I think.
Yeah, I think.
Neck coat had a different idea.
Right here off the corner, right here.
Yep. Tried to think he's clear. He's still side by side. Just...
That movement right there leads me to believe it was neck coated, but
yeah,
it certainly was coming up towards the track. Or towards the 44.
We had a couple pit stops happen just now. The 81 and the 77 went to pit road, but the 91 and the 82 of Jonathan Jennings and Adrian Schumacher stayed out. Yeah, it looks more like neck coat from that angle. Unfortunate for Daniel.
Certainly. And yeah, you're right. The top 3 have stayed out. Actually, Schumacher's now in, so the top 2 have stayed out. Jennings and Jeremiah Stutzman.
Interesting strategy there from the 82. I don't know. Maybe he's playing a little bit of a different fuel strategy than everybody else, but this will be interesting. I don't know what the fuel looks like here for this track, but it'll be interesting. I know we run 100% here, so it's. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to do maybe one more stop or maybe a 2-stopper to end, but I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to be interested to see how these old tires fire off here. I mean, we got about 40 to 41 laps on these tires coming to the green flag, and Max Service and Seth Berger are going to be the first ones on the fresh tires, so it's going to be interesting to see how new tires compared to the old tires.
We're working our 3rd caution of the day. We've had now 1 lead change as a result of, well, these pit stops right here. There's 14 cars still running, and 12 on the lead lap. Pete Trin is also on the pit lane, so it might become 13 cars. Pete Trin's car is there. Solm's right behind getting service, and he's down and away.
I believe we're coming to the choose cone this time by.
10-4. Yeah, I was wondering there, but yeah. So Schumacher, even with all that, I know it's now. I should preface it by saying it's apparently very difficult to pass here, but he's only 9th as a result of that late pit.
Yeah, and he was about back where he is now, so it's not like he's losing a ton. I mean, he definitely can make that ground up. Yeah, he can definitely make up all that ground again. As you saw the shoes right there. The 91 takes the top at the 71 and the 77 on the bottom, but Max Service is going to be behind that 91. I'm going to be interested to see how these two fire off on the front row.
A lot of outside lane back there. I'd imagine those are all lapped cars. And
yeah, they added a lap here. The 67, who was the free pass, did not get his free pass, so they're going to give him his lap back here. Doug Solms will be on the lead lap, so that'll make it 13 cars on the lead lap.
Right on. Solms back on the lead lap, and it's not yet because he hasn't taken it.
Here he comes now, I believe. Yep, here he comes.
There he goes. And out another lap. Solms will work his way back around the racetrack. Yep, 13 cars on the lead lap. Mike Petrin is back out there in 14th. Adam Gardner is the 15th and last running car now. He is 24 laps down, and Gardner looking to probably just make up the spots he can from the wrecked vehicles.
Hey, you never know. I mean, you always got to stay in it no matter what. You never know what's going to happen. These closing laps. We're not even 50 laps into it yet. You know, anything can happen.
Which reminds me, stage 1 is coming to a completion here at lap 50.
Ooh, maybe a little bit of a strategy game here from the 91 and 71.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 22 points behind Max, so, and every point matters. So, and the 71, to be honest, I believe where was he? I believe he was
Oh,
He was at fourth. He's
Jeremiah always
65
tries
back.
this. He won stage 1 last week by doing this last week. So
Yeah, and he's 65 points back of the top three. So
yeah, Stutzman only led
definitely
5
interesting
laps
here.
last week, and he won stage 1. I should say that. So here we go. The field in the hands of the 91 of Jonathan Jennings on the outside lane. And as we await Jennings to accelerate, we are back to racing from Brownsburg, Indiana. Looks like it's absolute chaos for second on back.
Oh, the 77 gave the 71
no!
a shot. Oh, man. He saved it.
What a save from Jeremiah Stutzman. Matthew Setzer is up against the fence in turn 2.
Oh, my goodness.
We're still
What a
racing.
save.
What a catch from Stutzman, and we'll try to get back to it, but Hertzeg and Servers are going toe-to-toe for second.
Ooh, the 39 get the 81 a shove there? I don't know. It was close. Oh, man, we're getting short track racing here. We're getting bumpy and everything. Everyone's moving. We're going. Jonathan James is like, yeah, keep doing that. I'll be going. I'll get the stage one here in a couple laps.
I mean, 4 laps to go here in stage number 1. Fitzpatrick up to 4th. Berger fell back to 5th. Schumacher has worked his way up to 6th. It's Reeves, Bothwell, Stutzman, and Molnix, the rest of the top 10. And this is the closest battle on track right here. Fitzpatrick to the outside of Max. And Max is quickly, well, he hauled off there, but he almost was about to get dotted up again on the outside.
I don't know if Max found something down here on this middle groove, but he's given that top lane an opening, so he's got to be careful. Except Fitzpatrick might be able to take advantage of this, but Zoltan is trying everything in his power right now to try to get to that 91, but that 91 in clean air is just setting sail.
2 laps to go. Hertzeg giving it his all. But I do know for sure is Hertzeg is the first driver on fresh tires, and Jacob Reeves has gone around on the front straightaway.
Oh, everyone's avoiding him. Good job by the field. Coming to 2 to go at the line.
Well, this is the last lap of stage
last
number
lap,
1.
excuse me.
Yep. So it's Jonathan Jennings with a 6, near 7/10 of a second advantage over Zoltan. Hertzeg and looking to bring it home. Fitzpatrick is powered by Service, but all that's behind. Driver of the number 91, Jonathan Jennings, will win stage 1 here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Hertzeg, Fitzpatrick, Service, Berger, Schumacher, Bothwell, Stutzman, Gilliard, and Molnix, the top 10.
That's big for Jennings. That's really big for Jennings.
He got Fitzpatrick by Service as well, so that's 4 points that he got on Service.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he didn't make out as good as he did last week. You know, he was involved in that early wreck that took him out. Didn't really get many points. I don't think he got any points at all, really, at Martinsville for either stage. So definitely a good start tonight for that 91 machine, winning the stage 1. Maybe hopefully he can sweep the stages and possibly even sweep all 3, get the race win. I mean, but I like what I see right now of this 2 car. This 2 car has all the confidence in the world. I mean, winning at Watkins Glen, had a great finish last week at Martinsville. So I definitely think this 2 has some confidence as he's ringing the doorbell on the 39. That Fruit Gushers looking car.
He is knocking on Zoltan Hertzeg's rear bumper. He is there, and he is looking for a way by. And continue to keep that rear bumper company before Service and Berger get back to it. Now looking to the outside. Zoltan, though, he's been in this position so many times. He is unfazed as Fitzpatrick gets the wall.
Yeah, he got it a good bit. I see that right front crinkle just a tad bit right there. I don't know if that's going to hurt him at all, but we'll see. But speaking of all this, Jonathan Jennings has pulled away by just about a second now, so definitely think that clean air is helping him out just a tad bit.
It's doing something all right. It is done wonders for Jennings, and I think Jennings was just looking for that potential ability to get out there. That's all he needed.
I think that's all he really needed, to be honest with you. I think I mean, I knew he had a good car. I mean, he looked like the only guy that could really make the passes work on the middle to the bottom lane. I just think if he had the clean air, he might be able to get it done. I mean, just pull away from the field. But look at this swarm of a mess back here behind him. I mean, you got all these cars lined up trying to fight each other for every spot. I mean, you got the 39, you got the 2, you got the 81, you got the 77, you got the 82, and then separated by about 3 seconds to the next guy in 7, which is the 31 of Brad Bothwell. So definitely a fight up here.
Kind of watching all the lead lap cars work their way around before we get back to Jonathan Jennings. There it is, Zoltan, Hertzeg, Fitzpatrick, Service, Berger, and Schumacher. Brad Bothwell just up the road from the leaders, and Scott Bailey has returned to the track. Albeit 42 laps down, but he is back out there.
Hey, get some laps, you know, you never know. Anything can happen.
There he is. Hey, he found a rear bumper cover.
I don't know where we got that from.
And Molnix is around on the front straightaway. Caution.
Oh, boy. Not again.
Mike Petrin for first driver, 1 lap down. Oh no! This is starting to get intriguing here.
Getting hot. Is it getting spicy?
Oh boy!
I like hot and spicy moments.
Daniel Molnix racing James Gilliard.
Oh, he drives up into him.
That one not netcode.
That was definitely not netcode. I don't know who to blame on that one. Maybe we could get a better angle, maybe?
Let's see what we can do here. Let's see how this will do.
Let's see, is the 44 come down or does the 33 just come straight up?
Oh yeah, it looks like they had a little bit of both actually.
It looks both ends. I see a little bit of movement from the 44, but also movement from the 33. So,
Right.
You know, it's gotta go both ways. But they did just both get the warning from our admin, Adam Gardner. Take it easy. You know, we got an early race. You know, still not even 100 laps into it. So, and we got that new rule tonight too. I don't know if we explained it. So it's gonna be interesting here to see if this new rule kind of implements here in this kind of beating here.
And that is the 5th car that James Gilliard has seen spinning in front of him the past 2 races.
Man, it's the same 2 cars again, too.
Yeah.
Both the caution cars.
I'm gonna get one more look up above. We can do the trick here.
I will say Gilliard was not happy over the radio about that. Apparently they've been battling like this for the last 2 to 3 laps, so these two definitely have a little bit of a feud going on. So, hopefully it's over. I don't want to see this escalate a little bit more. I want to see some good racing out there, so see what happens. Hopefully something cleans up a little bit out there.
What we have seen is Jonathan Jennings pit. Max Service also pitted. That's intriguing for Max Service to pit there. Service pitted. Stutzman, Solms, Petrin. That's Gilliard and Reeves, everybody on the lead lap. And Molnix who pitted. Who stayed out, Hertzeg, Fitzpatrick, Berger, Schumacher, and Bothwell.
I'm very interested to see the reasoning why Max Service pitted, unless he really thinks he burned up his tires. Maybe it was a 2-tire stop, maybe it was a fuel only, I'm not sure. Do we have any clarification on that, maybe?
Oh.
Maybe it was a 4-2, I'm not sure.
It was a 4-tire stop for everybody.
Wow, okay. So maybe he did feel like he abused his tires a little bit, you know. I definitely think the 39 was abusing his tires a little bit, as we see the choose happening here with the 39 and 2 both choosing the top. 37's going to take the advantage and chose at the bottom in the front row, so it's going to be interesting. But, yeah, I'm very interested to see how interesting that strategy pays off for Max. I mean, we've seen the front car, I mean, just prevail no matter what on old or new tires just because of the clean air. So, interesting to see what happens here.
So far, the weather has stayed neutral today. We are working our 4th caution. So we are 23rd caution lap this time by the start finish line. We've had 2 lead changes in 64 laps. But certainly, it's been an intriguing and entertaining show. I think maybe a little bit more than what people were expecting tonight. But I think this is exactly what I expected. Some great short track racing, experimenting with lines, a little bit of action, a little bit of temper. I am very, very fond of the track being on the schedule. So I should say season 1, the admins got to pick 6 races to put on the schedule, and I picked this track to be on the schedule. Season 3 was similar, but this track was picked before, I believe, my second pick for a track on the schedule. So it was intriguing that this track got picked by somebody else. And I'm glad that they share the same love that I do for this place. So here we go. Back to racing from Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Zoltan Herzeg maintaining his advantage at the front of the field. Fitzpatrick's Berger, Schumacher, and Jennings the top 5 now. And again, Jennings on those fresher tires. He's already passed by Bothwell. Max Service has not gotten by Bothwell.
Jennings made that middle line work. I mean, like I said, I mean, he's like the only person that can make that middle work, as Max Service is going to try the same maneuver as Jonathan Jennings did on Brad Bothwell. So let's see if Max can make it work.
Well, Max
tries to slide up a little bit. Yeah, he has to. I don't think he's going to be able to get around him using that top.
And he's on 24 lap fresher tires, and he's struggling to complete this pass. It looks like Jennings.
He'll get him here.
Well, yeah, I think that, but I think Bothwell might have just understood. You know, he's got 24 lap record tires.
Yeah, Jonathan Jennings made that a lot more easier than Max.
Right, and Jennings, I mean, I think Jennings has that bottom lane figured out. Max wants to have it figured out, but Jennings got it figured out. As Jennings works his, you see, he's using that top side to get up to everyone, and then dives down to the bottom to make these moves.
Yeah, I think maybe it might have Brad Bothwell's loose. Saved it.
What a catch.
Second good catch of the night.
Getting dicey up front.
And throwing that bait out there, man. We're going to catch a sea bass later. I tried to make a fishing joke. It didn't work.
Never been fishing. But Fitzpatrick was right there. Remember, before the yellow, he was knocking on the rear bumper of Herzeg. He was last lap. Herzeg opened up that advantage this time by.
Yeah, I mean, Seth Fitzpatrick's not letting him go. I mean, last time we saw him on that last green flag run, he was all over the back of that 39.
Herzeg popped
seeing some sparks flying.
Yup. Fitzpatrick rolling that center, trying to get down there.
Oh, he's going to have to possibly make it work again. If he gets it one more time, he might be able to do it. But Zoltan's going to power it in there on the entry. He's going to get close to that wall. My goodness. He scares me. I don't know how he doesn't touch that wall.
Talent. And, I mean, Herzeg is all the way up there. Oh, baby, he got squeezed.
Okay, that's where it gets a little bit more comfortable.
Side by side for the race lead. Fitzpatrick down low. Herzeg up high. Side by side as they come to lap number 75. Fitzpatrick trying to get the advantage on the inside. Herzeg's going to drive it deep on the outside.
He's trying it. Can he clear it?
Oh, baby.
Oh, just barely. He gets a little bit of a nudge there. But he's going to try the slide job. He's going to try to clear it.
Oh, he got the wall.
Herzeg's going to try to slide it. Now Seth is going to go underneath Seth Fitzpatrick for second. I'm losing my voice.
Oh man, what a battle!
Holy cow.
We're not done yet. Here comes Seth Berger.
Oh my goodness, not again.
And Schumacher wants a piece.
Everybody wants a piece. Here comes Jonathan Jennings. He's going to try to make it look 3 wide. Oh my goodness, please don't do that.
Oh, baby. This track is awesome.
Yeah, can we go here again? All right, that's got my seal of approval.
Seth Berger now on Hertzeg.
Oh man.
He's going to
Where'd the
dive
77 come from?
He sends it on in there. Hertzeg keeps the power down up high.
Now, if you paid attention to what the 2 did, that slide jump did not work as well. Is he going to try it? Oh, he's going to try to power it in there. Can he get the exit off?
Oh, he might have.
Oh!
Berger at the line. Can Berger complete
he needs
the
one
pass?
more. He needs one more good corner. If he gets one more good corner like he has the last 2, he might be able to get it done.
Fitzpatrick's got to send it here. I'm sorry, Hertzeg's got to send it here if he wants to hold on. I think Berger's
Oh, Seth
got
sends it in there too, but Hertzeg got the power back earlier. Seth is going to clear it. New leader.
Berger is clear to the race lead.
All right, now is Fitzpatrick going to take note of that and try that?
Oh.
Yep, here he goes. He tried it. He thought about it.
This is great stuff.
Oh, this is fabulous. This is amazing.
Something amiss with Adrian Schumacher falling back to 8th position. And Stutzman has also lost out to Jennings and Service.
Oh, Seth Patrick gets loose and goes around. Right in front of Jennings. Caution is out.
Wow. Oh,
And, front end
goodness.
damage to the 91. I can say definitely has some damage. It looks like he just went around on his own.
I think he just drove it in a little too deep. We will see what happened to the 2 of Seth Fitzpatrick. Just came around. How bad is that front end for Jennings?
I don't know, but he's coming in to fix it. Oh, this is interesting here. 77 looks like he's going to come to pit road too. Our leader, yep, 77 and the 81 both come to pit road, along with Jonathan Jennings. Hertzeg,
How many sets of tires
Stutzman.
do they have for service to come
I
down to
have
pit
no
lane the
idea.
third time?
Hertzeg, Stutzman, the 33 Gilliard all stayed out.
Here we go on board with the 91.
Yeah, he has nowhere to go here. He's just hoping as
there is some
little as
front end
damage. Yeah, I think it's right on the headlight, just under the headlight, like right on that right side, like not on the tire wall,
Oh,
but
baby. I don't
I think
look
he
good.
might have got lucky.
Look at that front end here.
And it's just a scrape. He's fine. He'll buff out. That ain't gonna hurt him as bad. He's got the car that can manage to get through that.
Oh, he's down and away.
Him and Fitzpatrick, both. They didn't lose a lap, I believe.
So, what we've done here is completely jumbled up the field. Zoltan Hertzeg is out there on 45 lap old tires as the leader. Second place, Jeremiah Stutzman is out there on 22 lap old tires in second, along with James Gilliard in third. Seth Berger is in fourth with fresh tires, along with Max Service, Jacob Reeves, Adrian Schumacher, Doug Solms, Mike Petrin, Daniel Mulnix. Behind them, drivers damage, Jennings, Fitzpatrick, and Bothwell. Still running, Setzer, Gardner, and Bailey out. Aldrich, Giannini, Rogers, and McMurtry.
This restart's gonna be interesting. You see what this front ends? Do you see what this front pack is looking like, Emerson? Do you remember what happened last week?
I remember.
Just the certain car numbers are gonna be close to each other here, and I'm kind of scared. We could possibly see a little bit of, here shake and bake there, We might, get a little bit here, a little bump here, a little loose. I'm running out of vocabulary words here.
And well, I think this is now a good time to talk about what was discussed in the pre-race spiel, the drivers' meeting today, and we're looking at partially reinstating the old 3-strike rule. Basically, if you cause 3 cautions, you will get a 3-lap hold tonight and from every race now on. And cautions are to be called right away, which has definitely been happening tonight. And then just some procedural rules on the lineup of the rear end of the field. But
yeah, it's an appropriate rule.
The biggest thing is 3 caused cautions gets you a 3-lap hold.
Yeah, I think it's a good rule to implement here in this situation. I mean, these short tracks, you know, they bring the heat and the aggressiveness out of a lot of these drivers, so it's definitely gonna happen. So I definitely respect the admins and the Outlaws Sim Series staff for bringing that rule into play here. I mean, they do a fabulous job of running this series as they do already. I mean, we appreciate them for having us to broadcast this series. I mean, it's been a fantastic series to broadcast, so definitely love to see the changes that they're trying to go in the right step forward. So definitely hats off to them.
Working lap 86 at 250 to restart to come on lap 87. And
I'm scared.
we go. Well, you may not be the only one. Zoltan Herczeg, Jeremiah Stutzman, James Gilliard, Seth Berger, Max Service, Jacob Reeves, Doug Solms, Adrian Schumacher, Mike Petrin, and Daniel Monix. We are racing once again from Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Zoltan Herczeg has opened up his advantage, and we're starting to stack up back here.
You want to talk about seeing a replay before? I mean, I about saw the 77 do the same thing he did earlier to the 71 again. He gave him a shot going into 1 on that restart, but how about the... Oh, the 33 gets really loose! Oh, man, the 71 and the 77 are about to pounce on that one. They're going to come in and get... 33 is about to fall all the way back to 4th. As here comes Max Service up the inside, going to try to get it to 4th.
James Gilliard there in the 33, trying to hang on to what he's got. Reeves
the 22.
Yeah, he's going to power on by.
He was in a wreck earlier. He's got no rear end.
Oh,
no wreck in the back.
Jennings, Bothwell.
No caution.
No caution.
Oh, caution flies now.
Caution on the speedway. That one's a little late.
No.
That one's on the drivers for not calling that one on time. Oh, no. Let's go ahead and see what happened here to Brad Bothwell.
He was having a good night, too, running inside the top 10. Just overcorrected it. Nowhere for the 91 to go. Unfortunate.
Yeah, let's try to listen to that throttle application here.
Back in the gas, decent bit, and just too much.
He wasn't even ever really on the gas that much.
Just like the yeah, but like with these cars, it's just so oversensitive. You know, it's just like that slightest little bit of over throttle, and you're just gonna piss off the rear tires. You know. You and me both know this from previous experience. You know, it's rough. The slightest little bit of overjudgment, you're spinning your rear tires.
Well. It has been a crazy race so far. Let's see. We could bring on up. Let's go ahead and bring on up the 77 of Seth Berger. Huh?
That sounds good.
we go ahead and bring on up the 77 of Seth Berger. And Seth running in third right now. It has been a wild race. Pretty typical of IRP, I'd imagine. But what's it been like out there?
Yeah, it's definitely been crazy. I really wish that caution did not come out there. It was my first time leading. I was gonna be pulling away there, but yeah, it's crazy. It's tough to pass, so you're seeing a lot of strategy play out here.
I was gonna say, so what has led to the decisions to pit? Max has pitted every caution besides this one, and you give it the track position there. What all kind of goes into that kind of a decision?
Really, I know Jennings stayed out there earlier in the race and pulled away from it, but I feel like it's going to really hurt you at the tail end of the run, and I'm kind of shocked we haven't got a long green flag run yet, considering I think we've had a couple cars drop. But yeah, if these cautions keep coming out like this, people are definitely going to have to start deciding when to take those tires.
So it's been something. I've seen the outside lane really come to fruition. Only a couple people have really been able to make that inside work. Where's that 77 really shine?
Luckily, I think we're pretty good, running a little bit lower than the rest of the field. Zoltan's been rim running this track, and I was somehow able to roll enough on the bottom line.
So here you're gonna be 2 is inside. You have 44 lap fresher tires than Zoltan Herzeg. What is the game plan?
Take it easy. I think he's 5 years off faster than me, and I think I'll just have to try to get him on the long run there.
Right on. Well, that is driver of the number 77, Seth Berger. We'll let you get back to it. Best luck to you, driver. Hopefully we're talking to you a little later on.
All right, thank you.
Should have asked him about the Pepsi reference.
Well, what Pepsi reference?
About him smacking Stutzman twice if he just really wanted a Pepsi from him.
Oh.
That would have been a good one. Next time, future reference.
You know what? I'll if he gets a podium interview, I'll give him to you. The iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety in the pit lane. It's a long way around back to the front straightaway here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park, but the field is in the hands of the 39 of Zoltan Herzeg. To the inside is Seth Berger. We're racing once again. Zoltan Herzeg holding station up front, but Seth Berger on 4. Oh, Max Service and Jacob Breeze!
I saw that coming. Max was just really trying to get around that 22. He was just about trying to make that middle look, and just not the kind of room he had.
What happened? To the 81 of Max Service. And the 22 of Jacob Reeves, he was coming.
Yeah, they both were battling hard.
Service got sideways there. He clipped the apron out of 4. So he felt. So he actually had the spot on the 22 and then lost it.
Yeah, and I think that he wasn't expecting the 22 to be as far down. He was a little down, but yeah, that's not going to help the engine there.
Yes, sir.
Going back on that, I think he wasn't expecting the 22 to be as far down as he was off the top, and he definitely was tight off the exit. But the 22 was a little bit more down than I've seen other cars in the past on that top lane. So definitely,
he was pretty high up there.
Yeah, just on the exit, like he wasn't up against the wall like we've seen our 2 leaders. Like, and right here you'll see it. The 81 just tries as hard as he can to get there. He's just wicked tight off the exit here. Just watch him. He probably tried to get out of the gas here. Yeah, just tight and
I'd imagine the
hard
22
hit.
was just trying to follow the line of the cars ahead of him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They just
100%. That's unfortunate. Hopefully not as much damage as we think to the 81.
That one was a big hit. He got airtime.
It definitely got some engine damage there. I definitely would not expect to not be engine damage.
I was hoping to interview Max there just to see how many set tires he's got, but we'll see now. He can just keep that car running. Let's see who else is out there. I think I'll get the 207 Fitzpatrick. No, he's not in here. Never mind.
I hope he's not here either.
There ain't many people in here.
Huh.
Let's see.
About the 67 of Doug Solms.
Yeah,
He's in 7th, start 20th.
Yeah, let me send him your way, man. Let me go ahead and bring him on up. Driver of number 67, Doug Solms.
Doug Solms is the boys in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hello, yes, holy smokes, you scared the crap out of me.
Well, I'm very sorry, sir, but I'm going to try to make it as simple as I possibly can, bud. Well, you started back there in the back of the field, and you're up in 7th. How's the car feeling?
It feels great. I just keep my nose clean, stay out of trouble, and hopefully I can continue with this top 10 I'm working on here.
Well, I'll tell you now, that Dodge Charger looks absolutely sexy out there in front, and that Moose looks more vicious than ever, so I definitely want to see some more cars get past here. Go put on a show for us, buddy, and hopefully we'll be talking to you as you're getting ready to choose cone, so hopefully we'll be talking to you later.
All right, thank you.
That's the 67 of Doug Solms. I think you could have maybe got another question out there. You're going to have the caution extend here, but that's all right.
Yeah, I just did it. I heard the 2 to go, and I was like, oh, I don't want to keep him for too long. That's my apologies.
That's fair. Hey, but it's great to hear from Doug nonetheless.
Oh yeah, 100%. My man was all startled when we got him.
I say he's one of the oldest people in this league, but he's one of the coolest, man. He is a hoot. Always love having a conversation with Doug. And when he does well, it's a grand old time. I still remember his podium at Talladega last year. Was it last year? Yeah. No, it was 2 seasons ago at this point. Oh my goodness, that was he almost won that one, and he was stoked.
I definitely think he definitely is an underdog to get a win here soon. I mean, he just knows how to take care of his car. I mean, unfortunately, last week he had the unfortunate circumstances of getting caught up in a couple wrecks. And don't correct me wrong, I think he was involved in a wreck tonight, and I thought he was kind of, going to be down a little bit. And he's still up here. He's fighting. He's in 7th. I mean, or not even 7th. He's up here now, and yeah, I believe 7th, 8th place. So be interesting to see how he does here in the later ends. But we're coming to the green here, Em.
Zoltan Hertzeg in control on the outside. Lane Berger, 2nd place on the inside. We are racing once again from Lucas Oil. Solm slid there. We got a battle for the lead. Heating up here. Seth to the inside. Can he make the pass complete? Not there yet. Here comes Hertzeg.
Yeah, we about had a 3-wide battle back there between the 31, 33, and the 30 and the 91. I mean, holy cow. Everyone's getting antsy here. Is now the 33 is going to try to get around the 91, but still.
Hertzeg sideways!
37. Hertzeg, oh my god. How did he save that?
How did he catch that?
How? Oh my goodness.
Zoltan Hertzeg. I mean,
I'm amazed.
There's no doubt he's got talent, but he might be the best wheelman here. I don't know how you save that.
That has to be loads of dirt tracking right there. That I don't know how you save that.
I don't think dirt's his thing.
I don't know, but I know these cars are very hard to save. That's what I've heard. So I'm
absolutely.
Oh wow, I cannot believe that. But as soon as we say that, new leader.
Yep. Seth Berger takes the lead, and he's looking to set sail. Seth trying to win his first race since Talladega. And before that, you're gonna have to go back to season 2. The last time he's won on a non-restrictor plate track, and Herczeg's still sideways. Once you light up those rear tires in these NextGen cards, that was we found that very apparent last night at Iowa, Ed. Once you light up that right rear tire, it takes a long time to cool it off.
No, you don't have to remind me. Oh man, these tires do not like it when you overuse them. But I mean, it depends how you use them. If you want to build it on the right front, if you want to build it on the right rear. So I think the 77 just has it where he needs to be, and the 39 is starting to fade a little bit. He had this moment before too, I believe. What was it, when Jonathan Jennings was out front when he stayed out in old tires? But Herczeg had the same kind of issue where he had a whole crowd behind him when he was starting to fade just a tad bit. So definitely interesting to see him a little bit fading here as he's falling under the trenches of the 71.
We are 3 laps away from the completion of stage 2. That gets scored at the end of lap 113. Seth Berger currently holding that spot, and he is pulling away from the driver that has 44 lap older tires than him.
And that'll be big, I believe, for Seth too, because he's only a couple points behind Jennings for second. So
he's 56, so he needs it. But you know what? Jennings and Max, they're having a rough day.
Yeah, and Max is in 10th right now, and Jennings is 7th. So it's definitely going to be a good point stand. I believe Seth last stage, I think he was top 5. Correct if I'm wrong. I'm not sure, but
yes,
I think he was up there. So definitely
Max
a good point.
So Seth has already made up points on Max service today. But here he goes. He's got one more lap to go in stage number 2. And again,
beautiful Burgart's car.
Yeah, beautiful Burgart's car. He's got the names of all the lives that were lost in the Uvalde incident yesterday, and it's great what he's done for the hood of his car. But Seth Berger is gonna win stage 2 at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Herczeg, Stutzman, Fitzpatrick, Schumacher, Jennings, Molnix, Gilliard, Reeves, and Service.
And Jennings has no front bumper, and he's still making passes look easy.
Stutzman under attack.
Yeah, Adrian Schumacher. This is usually where he starts to come alive. I mean, we saw it earlier, too, when the last time Jennings was out front. I mean, Schumacher was making passes, work on the top, and I'm not surprised to see him doing it here. Steph Fitzpatrick is starting to close in on the back end of that 39. Remember the last time that happened? She was ringing the doorbell.
I want to touch on Adrian Schumacher here. Adrian Schumacher, other than the Daytona Oval win, which was his first Outlaw Sim Series. Maybe I shouldn't talk about him.
I don't think I want to jinx it right now.
Let me finish the thought anyway. His first win in the Outlaw Sim Series was back at Daytona Oval, which was round 9 of the inaugural Outlaw Sim Series season. Since then, he's never won on an oval. He's only won road courses, and outside of Daytona, he's never won on an oval that's not a plate track. Adrian Schumacher is still looking for his first non-restricted plate oval win, and he's always had the pace to do so. He's just never been able to put himself in that prime position when he needs it most. Schumacher now, I know this isn't his home state, this is one state over. Could this be today? This is a track that takes a lot of finesse, and like road courses in the NextGen car, it takes a lot of finesse if you have a battle for second. Could this be today for Adrian Schumacher?
That amazes me about that stat. I would never have thought of that. I mean, I know this man. You and me both know him very well. I mean, I know he has the talent to be able to get wins periodically every now and then. I know he can. I mean, the man's a road course ringer. He knows how to do it on the road courses. But, I mean, the fact that he doesn't have a win on a non-restrictor plate oval is just beyond me. I know he has the power in him to be able to do it. It's just, that's just crazy to me.
You see, right now, he's battling for third. He's almost always doing this. He's almost always in the podium. But not the race-winning car. He clears Herczeg up to third. He now looks to try to...
made that look easy.
Oh, yeah. I just wonder. Schumacher's... I mean, I've been feeling like it has been. But is Schumacher's time coming? It's felt like that for the past couple seasons.
Yeah, Seth Fitzpatrick got around the 39. Adrian's around the 39. And now Stutzman's going to try to peak maybe. But how about the modified 91 car?
He's going to get Stutzman.
Stutzman just let him go. I wonder if Stutzman's trying to save a little bit more. That's the second time we've seen him let somebody go.
Oh, let's talk about this guy and saving on.
Yeah, strategy, you know.
Jeremiah Stutzman.
Jeremiah strategy Stutzman.
Absolutely, I like that. what kind of Stutzman strategy we got today. It's
Oh,
Max
what's he
Service.
cooking?
Yep.
You need to find a pit reporter. We need to figure out here.
Yeah, I say Max Service. Last lap ran a 22.910. That's only slower than the top 3. So he still has a very competitive car. At least for 4th. He's the 4th quickest car in track with all that damage.
I mean, yeah, that's how these short tracks go, man. I mean, you don't need as much aero as you think. I mean, look at the 91, for instance. He's got no front end. Doesn't need it.
And he actually ran faster than Schumacher that most recent lap, but Jennings ran faster than Service.
And we see it. Jonathan Jennings is all over the back now of the 39. He's going to try to make that bottom work as he has been all night. At 39, it's starting to fade a little bit. I wonder if his tires are starting to catch up with him just a tad bit.
That's another thing, and I'm trying to think how many sets of tires do these guys have? Because it could come down to it here if we get a slew of yellows towards the end of the race. Herzig has definitely saved a set, maybe 2 sets of tires from what he's done.
Yeah, I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe it was between 8 and 9 tire sets these drivers had.
A lot of sets, but
yeah, it definitely gave them some opportunity for some strategy. So, I mean, you know, we're going to the track. We don't know how these tires are going to handle on these types of cars, so you never know.
Again, I don't think I've ever seen a lobby on iRacing, one of the hostess sessions, have these cars at this track.
I mean, look at Jennings. He went all the way on the apron.
He made it work, but, I mean, Herzig has been sideways. You've seen him fighting that thing. Here comes Gilly. Just going to make this one look easy also.
Yeah, I mean,
Herzig
but
is
just
struggling.
Jennings just made that work on the apron, for crying out loud. You can go anywhere on the track right now if he wanted to, I'm pretty sure. Even while he has no front end, so... I mean, it's just amazing to see how he's recovered. But
oh my
see the 33
goodness!
get around him. Oh, that looked like he was about to go on the wall.
Plow the wall.
Yeah, I thought he was about to eat it. Wow. Okay. Well, now Max is going to try to get around the 39 of Herzig here.
Oh, he lifted there.
A little tight. Yep. I think he's going to let him go here. I think he realizes it. I don't know. Is he fighting him? Oh, he's fighting him. Right behind them, the 71 is lurking. I don't think Stutzman's going to try to pounce, though. I think he's got a little bit of something up his sleeve.
Now Max gets the rotation. He's got severely fresher tires. All this is going on. We're now into the second half of this race, and Seth Berger has a 3.2 second advantage in front of the field.
I mean, yeah, just all night tonight, all I've seen, it doesn't matter if you stayed out on old tires to new tires. Clean air is king. That's what I've seen so far from whoever's been leading this race. I mean, we have multiple different leaders all night tonight, and every single person that's been leading, the clean air has helped them tremendously. I mean, Seth Fitzpatrick now 3 seconds back, with Adrian Schumacher just about 9/10 back of him. It's just the 77. I mean, like he said, you really wanted that long run to go green. He just felt like he could have had a car to go to the front, and I can see why. He's pulling away.
He definitely is. And while he is, actually, well, Seth Fitzpatrick is starting to reel him in. But don't you go anywhere, because we're going to go ahead and step aside. We're going to get our, I guess, mid-race break in here. We're not going anywhere. Well, y'all aren't going anywhere either. But we're going to take a step aside, side by side, here from Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Don't you go anywhere.
Sound Art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of 2 products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound Art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Brownsburg, Indiana, here at the virtual Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Seth Berger is your race leader with a 3.5 second advantage over Seth Fitzpatrick, Adrian Schumacher, Jonathan Jennings, and James Gilliard. It's been a wild race today. We've had 7 cautions for 40 laps, 7 lead changes today. And this has been the longest run of the day. This has been the most dominant driver on the day. And so far, Seth Berger has only led 35 laps, but the gap speaks volumes to what Seth Berger is out here right now.
Oh, it speaks volumes. This man is on a mission to get another win. I mean, he's coming off the disappointment of finishing second last week at Martinsville. Definitely thinks he could have won that one, but Zoltan Herzig had other plans, but definitely brought a good piece tonight. He was fast in practice, third fastest, to his teammate Max Service in the 91 of Jonathan Jennings. But out in clean air is king. Seth Berger is proving he is the king right now.
Absolutely. Once again, he started up here. He's only been as low as 5th, but he's led 37 laps and is counting. Second place is the 2 of Seth Fitzpatrick, and actually, while his stat line hasn't loaded in Seth Fitzpatrick, he has been fast today, and certainly up there in the second position, looking to see what he can do. And remember, he's been involved in some incidents today. That car is not clean, but he has put in the work to put himself back in this position, and he now awaits if he has the opportunity to duke it out with Seth Berger later on.
Yeah, talk about the most consistent driver coming into this race, too. I mean, the man came off a win at Watkins Glen, had a great outing at Martinsville, and now showing he has good speed here. I mean, he has all the momentum on his side right now. I mean, he's having a great last couple of races. I mean, he brought the great, good-looking paint scheme with all the colors meshed tonight. And, I mean, he kissed the wall a little bit earlier, but it doesn't seem like it's slowing him down anytime soon. But I think he's hoping for a little bit of lap traffic to hopefully catch up to Seth and help him out in his favor. If not, hoping for a caution. But not a bad night for that 2 machine.
Absolutely not. It's been a great run for now an Outlaws Sim Series race winner, Seth Fitzpatrick. Third place will find Adrian Schumacher. He touched on his story before the break. But Adrian, again, he's been up in the top 10 all day. He's only been as low as 9th. He hasn't led any laps today, but he's been as high as 2nd. He's steadily on the podium. He's got a decent margin to Jennings. You know, I don't know if he can win today, but it certainly looks like another great run for this 82 machine.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's one of the more cars that hasn't had really much of an issue today with his handling. I mean, he looks like he's been comfortable to run whatever line he's won. I mean, we saw him make passes on the top. We saw him make passes on the bottom. We saw him in the middle. I mean, he's making passes look pretty easy. He looks like Jonathan Jennings earlier, but he's definitely the more consistent one I can see right now to maybe if anything can happen later on. I think this is definitely the guy we need to watch on to possibly sneak out a win over Seth Berger and Seth Fitzpatrick.
Jonathan Jennings, 2nd in points coming into today. You know, he lost the front end in a crash, but he's up to 4th. What a day it's been. He's led 23 laps today, and again, started 2nd. Of course, he's led, but he's been all over the place since then, getting to that incident. No front end on that 91, but there's still a lot of willpower behind the wheel to drive that thing up to 4th, and maybe, I guess he might need a little bit of outside help, but a podium could be in the cards with this 91 still.
Oh, either way, it's a great day. I mean, to talk about recovering from that wreck, I mean, when you wreck like as bad as he did and twice, I mean, to recover to a top 5 is still a W day no matter what. He even won the stage, so it's no matter what, it's going to be a decent points day, even though he didn't really get as many stage points in the last stage as he wanted, but still, it's a decent day for Jonathan Jennings, even coming off of last week where he didn't really score any stage points at all. Still, a fantastic day for this 91 group.
It has been. It's not been as great of a day, but Max Service has led a lot of laps today, 36 to be exact. He started on the pole. He led laps from there. He's currently up into the 5th position after taking a big hit to that front end. He's still got a front end for what it's worth. But he was in the most recent caution, and he's driven himself back into that 5th position. He's chasing down the 91 of Jonathan Jennings right there. 4th position is definitely in sight for Max Service, and we'll see if he can get by the 91 of Jonathan Jennings.
And he's starting to take a little bit of a page out of the 91's book. I've been seeing him running this bottom lane just about a little bit more on the exit of both corners, even on the entry sometimes here as you see him going in. Oh, we have a wreck on the back straightaway, the 71 and the 33 of Gilliard.
Oh, no.
Caution's out.
Caution is going to come out with 102 laps to go.
And I believe that's the 3rd incident now for the 33 of James Gilliard, so I think we're going to see this new penalty enforced here for the 33.
Baby. Here we go. Stutzman racing James Gilliard, and Gilliard is ahead on this one. How does this one happen?
Oh, King comes down.
Oh, Gilliard
got
just gets
loose. Overcorrect.
Oh my goodness! Heavy inside wall contact for the 71 of Stutzman.
Yeah. But, I mean, we've seen a lot of other cars have heavy hits and still manage to come up there to the front, so you never know.
That one was tough.
That was tough.
Here we go, on board with Stutzman for the incident.
Just overcorrect and just big hit.
Let's see, get an onboard with the 33 of Gilliard and see where it was or how bad it was that he got loose. We are on board with the 33.
And he's been falling off a little bit off the pace. He got passed by Zoltan and Max Service just a little bit ago, and he's been fighting loose. So see it there, he got loose, hits the wall, just nowhere for the 71 to go.
It has not been his day.
He definitely has some decent right side damage from hitting that wall, decent left rear damage. So I don't know if he's got front end damage, but still some decent damage to that 33 machine. But as we saw, most of the leaders come to pit road there, but I definitely think this will be the last pit stop of the day. Hopefully, if we go green the whole way, I think these guys can make it.
For sure.
So I definitely think
hit here.
This would be interesting.
On 71 lap old tires.
I think Mike Petrum might get to Lucky Dog here. I'm not sure. Or is it Daniel Molinix? I think Molinix got it, actually.
I think he just wanted to lead a lap. That's fair.
And get the point. Yeah, I think Molinix got the Lucky Dog there. I'm pretty sure.
This is going to give the lead to the 77 of Seth Berger. The 2 of Seth Fitzpatrick, the 82 of Adrian Schumacher. Were choices made there? No, I don't believe choices were made there.
No, not yet. But this is what the 2 wanted. If he wanted any other thing, this is exactly what he wants. I just got told we're coming to the choose cone next time by.
Car's got waved around here. Here we go.
I'm definitely going to be interested to see how that 39 fires off. I mean, we saw him fall off after a long run, but he has fresher tires now, so you think he might come through the field?
I don't know. I mean, well, let's see if we can get a green flag run, I think, first. And that'll dictate a little bit of what we get here.
Oh, yeah. And we've seen clean air has been a king for a lot of these drivers, so it's been interesting to say the least. So, to see Chuscon there. And Jonathan Jennings is going to be the first one on the inside starting next to our leader.
And James Gilliard is still on the pit lane. Now, there's a lot of damage to his car, but he is 2 laps down and potentially receiving that 3-lap hold. Oh, the caution is back out. They got the caution to come. They got the pace car right there, right before they went back to racing here. So at another lap, the pace car's only going to come out at 2 and back in turn 3.
And talk about a restart here. I mean, you got the 91, the 44, and the 81 on the inside lane. All 3 cars that definitely had some speed. And then, how about somebody that we haven't talked really much about tonight? I don't actually think he's on the. No, he's not on the lead lap, but I mean, he's up there. I mean, might as well give him a little bit of screen time. The 41 pit boss machine, Mike Petrin. He's only two. I know he's 2 laps down, but still, gotta show a little bit of love for their whole field. Gotta give them, what they need. As the pace car's peeling off, and we're getting ready to go green here.
Yeah, Mike Petrin has done a nice job keeping that thing running. He is 11. The field in the hands of the 77 of Seth Berger. Jonathan Jennings to the inside. Green flag is back in the air. We're racing from Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. A large margin for Seth Berger, 0.8 of a second, but Jennings is cleared to second.
Back service has gotten put in the wall by the 44. A little bit of damage to the 81 on the right side, but he still keeps it going. We stay green.
I did see it light up red for Max Service. He's still running. We might be able to take a quick peek and see what happened to the 81.
It was just coming off wicked tight. Max was trying to get to the top side on him, and it was just a tight little maneuver there that could not really make any mistakes there.
Right here, the outside. Oh my goodness, that was a big hit.
Hey, he took a hit. Oh, I hear cars crashing in the back straightaway. I don't know where.
Daniel Molnix, Mike Petrin, Matthew Setzer. Caution is out.
What happened here?
Oh. Oh boy.
Look, the 44 had an issue off of 3 and 4, and then it just got worse in the 1 and 2.
Here we go. What happened to the 44? Daniel Molnix.
We got some loose off the 3 and 4.
Oh, and it's sideways in front of Hertzeg.
Yeah.
Oh, Pete.
Oh, nowhere to go.
Sets are nowhere to go. Big hits.
And that's just another one of those incidents, A little bit of over excessiveness on the gas, maybe a little too much. So, unfortunate for Daniel. He had a rough night tonight. He's been involved in a lot of wrecks.
Yeah. So it's been a tough one out there.
I know somebody that does not want to see those yellow flags is that leader right now. Because that 91 is in second now.
We're going to have a moment here to bring up signs. I'm going to go ahead and bring up driver of the number 82, the driver who's currently running in the 4th position here, Adrian. How you doing, bud? Fun race out there from the looks of it up here. But how's it been to you?
Just trying to keep it from spinning.
It seems like everybody has had their moments in that department there. So I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, I made the mistake of adjusting my setup to be the loose, on the loose side.
Oh,
very loose.
Well, it looks like you've been up here for a majority of the day. In the top 5, at least for the good part of that second half of the race so far. What has it been like up there? What kind of line is more tailored for your liking here, the outside, the inside, and
Yeah. My car does best in the middle, but I got to run the high lane to defend, and I can't really do much but that.
Fair enough. It looks like from here to the end, you're going to more than likely be on a similar strategy of the cars around you. So what is it going to take for you to get up there to the Seth?
Well, I think the only thing I have to do is pull some Danny Kvyat moves. Which I don't think is going to be smiled upon or he'll be frowned upon.
You know, hey, but it doesn't matter if you get the win, right?
I'd like to keep my good rep.
Ah, we were talking about it. It's I don't. We have yet to see you win on a non-restricted plate oval. You know, is that time coming soon? It looks like you've got a decent little chance tonight. How do you feel?
With what's going around, like what's going on around me, I think I could get a podium.
Okay. Well, that's fair. All right, AJ, we're gonna leave you to it, but it's been a long night so far. You still got a lot of racing to go. So best of luck to you, driver. Hopefully, we'll talk to you a little later on.
Yep. See ya.
Driver of the number 82, Adrian Schumacher. And he has elected that outside lane third car on the outside lane. You heard him. Car's loose. Better in the middle lane.
Didn't look like it.
Oh, yeah, it hasn't looked like it. He's been pretty stable, but I think that's part of the finesse that he's got behind the wheel of one of these things.
I mean, this is going to be an interesting restart here. I mean, at 91 was able to get by that too here on the inside, so can he get a good enough restart and get by the 77 here? It'll be interesting to see as pace car's pulling off, heading your way, Emerson.
77 of Seth Berger to 91 of Jonathan Jennings, the front row. Seth Berger on the high side in control of this field and awaiting his acceleration. We are racing once again. Seth Berger has opened up another monster advantage. 0.7 of a second that time. It's Hertzeg and Fitzpatrick duking it out the third.
Yeah, here's where that 39 car is the strongest on the short runs. I wonder how many spots he can make up before he gets a little loose, like he's getting loose now. He's starting to lose a little bit of traction. He's going to go sideways into the 82.
Schumacher into the wall. Oh, no. Max has gone around Reeves.
Is that a Caster's jinx there? I don't know. I don't know if it was or not. I don't think I did.
Oh, man. I hate that. I might have jinxed Adrian there. But, let's go ahead and see what happened. This is the 39 of Zoltan Hertzeg. And he's been loose all day. We've seen a 39 loose today, for sure. And, trying to dive it to the inside of 2. It's sideways.
Yeah, he was sideways in him in the beginning of the corner. It was just rough.
Max loses the front end there. Doesn't look like big hits for anybody. But
no, the 81 lost his front end, but I don't think that's going to matter anything, to be honest. So I don't think it's that terrible, but the 39 definitely could probably need a new set of tires.
Yeah, certainly. Max has pitted 7 times now. He's starting to run out of tires here, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he should maybe... I don't know. Let's see how bad if he spins here. Maybe he should consider maybe just saving this set.
He's right there. I think Max... Yeah, he spun there. I think Max is only going to have 1 set of tires left.
And they're going to call the caution cars on the 39 and the 82, I believe. Yes, 39, 82.
That one sucks. Adrian didn't even get that much damage. He looked like he wanted to stay out there, but he was the second car to make contact with 39. That is the rule.
And you remember, though, when he pitted before, he was like back in P9, and he made his way back up here. So I don't think it's going to be that hard for him to get back up here. Definitely has a car worth of definitely a top 5, maybe a top 3.
Let's see who's around. Talk to Molnix. We're running out of people to talk to that are also here in the Discord.
Yeah, we are running out of people.
Jacob Reeves is here. You want to interview the 22?
Sure, why not?
Let's go ahead and get him on up here. Driver of the number 22, Jacob Reeves.
Jacob Reeves, boys in the booth, you got a copy, buddy.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, man, your car looks like it's been through a workshop and a half. I will be honest with you. How's your night been going, man? You been having fun?
Yeah, the car looks like it's went through hell and back, honestly. But I've just been sitting here just trying to race and everything, and just trying to keep it going pretty good. I know me and Max, we kind of got into it a little bit, and I don't know if he slid up and got me, or if I came down. I don't even know, really, to be honest with you. Y'all probably got better look at it than I do, I would think. But yeah, I mean, it's beat all to hell, and I'm just shocked I'm probably gonna be top 5 right here. So I'm pretty tickled about that.
Yeah, when we look back at it, it looked like just the both of you were just trying to avoid the 39 spinning. So I don't think it's any harsh foul on either one of you. It's just, you know, trying to avoid a spinning car in front, and just it's been a pretty hectic show out there. I mean, I know your car's been through it, but I mean, I definitely could see this 22 definitely making a run for possibly a top 3. You think you could do it, bud?
A couple of them other cars up there get tore up, we might have a better shot at it. But nah, we just happy to rebound from last week. Last week was pretty bad, you know, with you know what was going on, and you know how people were just driving stupid and everything else. And we're just pretty happy to rebound and get back at it. And like I said, thanks to Mike Connie for hooking me up with the setup this week, and thanks to Elite Performance and all our sponsors. And we'll try to give you a good show right here at the end.
Yeah, man, I know. Hey, try to get a good performance out here, get some good points. You know, them points are starting to get a little bit more hectic as we're getting closer down into the season. So, got a couple more tracks coming up, but good luck the rest of the way, and make that 22 team proud, buddy.
Appreciate it, guys.
Driver of the number 22, Jacob Reeves. And, you know what? Max is up here. He's inside of row 3 with all that. I mean, let's be real. There's only like 4 or 5 cars out here with a front bumper still. So, hey, Max is not part of the minority here in terms of loss of front bumper panels. Front bumper covers.
Seems like the fans are going to get good souvenirs tonight. I think that's what you're basically saying.
Yeah, the Racing Warehouse has got a nice little shipment coming.
Oh, very great shipment. The last 2 weeks they've been having pretty good shipments, so this week's going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be great.
They love the short tracks.
Yeah. There we go,
Racing.com saved the vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane. The field back in the hands of Seth Berger. He's got Jennings, Fitzpatrick, Solms, Service, Reeves, Stutzman, Molnix, Hertzig, Schumacher, the top 10 and the lead lap. We are racing once again from Brownsburg, Indiana. Every time we cut to this shot, the lead that Seth Berger has is 1/10 smaller. That time was 6/10 entering turn 1, and it's now 4.5 down the back.
Yeah, and how about the guy that's slowly creeping up back into a podium picture? How about the 67 of Doug Solms?
He's had a stellar run, and that car's clean.
Oh, man, I could not believe... I pulled up the scoring chart. I was like, wait, he's back up here again? But it got Max on behind him. They're starting to reel in Jonathan Jennings a little bit. But, I mean, what an amazing night for the 67 crew and everybody back here. And now the 5 is looking in the picture. I know he's 3 laps down, but the 39 is starting to work his way back up through traffic. But right now it's getting interesting as our leader just put down the fastest lap of the race, which is not really surprising seeing how that 77's been driving.
That 77 has been stellar up front, and he has enjoyed the clean air for a good chunk. It's now Seth Fitzpatrick, the one in second, trying to chase him down. Jennings holding station at third. Solms in fourth. Max trying to find a way by the 67. Right now in fifth, the 81.
Oh, I hear some wrecking going on in the back straight. Up, the 22 and the 39 are both around.
And there is no rear bumper cover on Zoltan Hertzeg's machine.
No caution yet. I'm really surprised. No caution.
Big incident, but we are going to go ahead and take a replay of it and see what happened.
Yeah, I want to say it has something to do with the handling, I feel like.
Yep, here's the 22 of Jacob Reeves. It just takes off on him up the track, hits the wall, right into the path of Zoltan Hertzeg, and, well, two cars. That could have been a yellow, but neither of them called it.
And I was right in front of Adam Gardner, too, and he didn't say nothing. I'm really surprised there.
Oh, the drivers are supposed to call it.
Yeah, it's true. I think at this point, he's just like, let them boys have it, fisticuffs. But as soon as I say that, we get back up to the front. The 91 starting to reel the 2 in for second here.
And this is, if there's any battle Seth wants to see, he wants to see this 2 and this 91 battle, and he wants that battle to happen for a while.
And you got that battle, and then you got the one behind them with Doug Solms and Max Service.
Solms is doing a great job at fending off Max Service here.
Very good job. A really good night for that 67 crew. I hope he can finish it out.
Absolutely. Denver's starting to lose touch a little bit to Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, just a little bit. I think Fitzpatrick's starting to really make that top work. He's been up there about these last couple of laps and really starting to make that run work. And Jonathan Jennings is really making that middle to top kind of his favor, but it's not as good as the 2 is on exit. I mean, the 2 starts to pull away on exit, as you can see there. He pulls away a couple tenths every time on exit, just about, and on entry in 3 and 4.
Lap traffic for Seth Berger. How does he fare with the 22 of Jacob Reeves, who again is on the lead lap, maybe trying to fight for his lap, and he'll let the 77 on through.
Yeah, and that 22 kind of held him up a little bit. It gave the 2 a kind of a chance. I mean, he's been reeling him in on that top. And he's coming. He just got around the 22. He's close. Closing the gap down little by little.
You know, they are teammates at Last Chance Racing, Reeves and Fitzpatrick and Jennings. There might have been a little bit of communication there, but I don't see Fitzpatrick or Jennings in the Discord tonight.
No, I do not either. I know I see Reeves. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Featuring Daniel and Gardner.
Service has gotten by Doug Solms for 4th.
And Doug Solms is now under attack by Adrian Schumacher for 5th.
And Zoltan Hertzeg has pulled it off the track and called it a day, more than likely. 2 laps
Adrian's
down.
starting to recover. Adrian's recovering from that EOL penalty he got, so.
Yep, Schumacher to 5th. So, a rough day for Hertzeg. Well, he hasn't left the session yet. He is still in the pit box. It might be. Well, his competitive night is effectively over.
Yeah, I think it's just trying to fix damage at this point. See what he can do, possibly. We got 8 cars in the lead lap. Jacob Reeves is the first car lap down in 9th. Not really many battles going on around the track. Everyone's pretty much separated out a little bit. So,
yeah, it's Molnick's the next car to go 1 down. We'll see if he fights the leader hard. Other than that, we're watching Jennings trying to close that gap to Fitzpatrick. Maybe have a go.
oh, he's trying. That 91 starting to drive in that entry a little bit more than the 2. I mean, he's getting there, but the 2 just seems like he's way more comfortable running this top. I mean, Jennings is trying it little by little, but it's not enough. And the way Seth is running that pinch just about on the exit. It's basically shoving the dirty air right into the nose of the 91.
Seth Berger's got a ton of lap traffic here. Let's see how he fares.
And the caution's out.
Caution on the speedway. Jacob Reeves is parked up high.
Oh, not again. Oh, don't pick him. Oh. A little bit of self-clear, maybe?
Let's throw out Schumacher. You want to give Schumacher plenty of room, and just came up into the car to his outside.
And
there's a Petrie to his outside.
There's no free pass either since Reeves was the first one to lap down, so there's not going to be a free pass.
And Hertzeg has left the session. His day is officially over.
So let's see. Yeah, Reeves tries to get room. I don't think he anticipated the 41 to his outside.
Yeah, he might not have known at all.
No. Doesn't look like made much damage for the 41, but definitely damage to the 22.
Everybody but Fitzpatrick and Jennings have pitted.
Oh boy, this should be interesting.
Berger is down and away. I think everybody else is getting damage repairs. Solms is down and away. He doesn't have much damage to repair.
Now this is going to be interesting because remember the last time we had a couple of people stay out and they took the lead. The clean air made it to where they were able to pull away as fast as possible. I mean, when Jennings pulled away on older tires, the Zoltan Hertzeg, he was gone by about a second to a second and a tenth. So I don't know how this is going to pan out for the 77. Hopefully he can get through the traffic fast enough to where he can get to either Seth Fitzpatrick or Jonathan Jennings, whoever gets out front.
So Seth Fitzpatrick is the leader. Jennings did come down to pit lane. There he is. So intriguing that Jennings decided to lane, and our time and scoring is kind of sort of off here, but
196.
Yeah, well, I don't know what happened because we didn't even have a reset mid-race, so this one, that's a new one.
Interesting.
I'm gonna give it a couple green flag laps, see what happens. But it is Seth. The order is correct nonetheless. It is Doug Solms on the podium. Schumacher fourth. Jennings beat out Molnix and Service.
I think both of those cars were trying to get damage repairs. I think that's how Jennings got them.
That's correct. But they still pitted the first lap, so that's crazy how that happened. So Fitzpatrick's the only one who stayed out there. Magic.
Magic. Alright, choose cone this time by taking the choose. I'll be interested to see. I think Seth Fitzpatrick has to take the top. Yeah, that makes understanding. Yep. Seth's gonna go to the bottom.
High. Schumacher down low. Jennings low. Molnix high. Service low. Yep.
Just take a breath during that whole thing.
Nope.
No? Oh, this is gonna get interesting. We're just about a little over about 50 laps or so remaining, so it's gonna be interesting.
We've had 11 cautions today, 62 laps, a little bit of a hefty count, but 14 lead changes so far in this race. Coming to the 63rd caution lap. The weather today, it's stayed stagnant. The air temp has only dropped 1 degree Fahrenheit. The track temp is still 70. The winds are still calm. And there, okay, timing and scoring's reset there. There we go.
There we go.
Don't know what had to change there, but whatever happened. Oh, well. Oh, you know, so Fitzpatrick started from the pit lane, and his info did not load in. So when Fitzpatrick leaves, it doesn't show the accurate intervals.
Oh, so basically we need Berger to take the lead. Alright, gotcha.
Well, field is in the hands of Seth Fitzpatrick, and we're back to racing. So, 0.3 of a second advantage. That is the gap that Fitzpatrick had over Seth Berger. Berger tried to close that advantage.
I mean, did the two catch you sleeping? Because he caught me sleeping. I mean, my goodness, I was not ready for him to hit the gas that early. Wow.
He went.
I mean, that was
Here comes
insane.
Seth Berger.
Yeah, Luke was in third. Adrian Schumacher. He got around Doug Solms for third. You never know. These two don't play nice. These two might not play nice. You never know. But I know Seth. He's not that kind of driver, but you never know.
Certainly. Solms is putting up a fight on Jennings back here.
Hey, give it to him, Solms.
He's putting up a heck of a fight.
He's trying, man. He's trying. Trying to make that outside lane where... Oh, I thought Max was about to make it through wide. I got scared for a second. But here comes Seth. He's got the quarter panel of the two.
That's right, side by side. 4 of a race lead. Fitzpatrick up high. Berger down low. Berger will dive it on in into turn 1. Fitzpatrick at the run on the outside.
He looked for it. I think he might get him here in this corner if he just packs it in there. Yeah, he's going to get him here.
Got the advantage, but is he clear? He is. Seth Berger to the point. 46 laps to go.
Talk about putting a flex on it. Cleared him with ease.
Adrian Schumacher now to third, looking to see if he gets Fitzpatrick for second.
Hey, Jonathan Jennings did get around Doug Solms for fourth, so Doug Solms to fifth. With Max Service just behind him, and Jeremiah Stutzman in seventh, with Daniel Molinix in eighth.
Oh,
and Fitzpatrick had a moment. He had a moment off of turn 4.
Here comes Schumacher.
What a recovery for the 82.
Absolutely, and Schumacher is cleared to second. Does he have what it takes to chase the race leader down and win on his first? Well, I'll just say it, first oval.
Got involved in that wreck early, got the EOL, had to go all the way to the back, restarted into the back, and made his way all the way back up to the front.
A stellar recovery from V82 machine. Jennings is now the next car to see if he can take advantage of Seth Fitzpatrick's ill-advised strategy.
Yeah, I mean, we got about a 4-car breakaway for a little bit, just about, but 77's pulling away from the 82 little by little, but battle right here is going to be for third between the 2 and the 91. The 91's starting to reel the 2 in.
That he is. Service is still not gotten by Solms. Solms still open up a little bit of a gap back there. Here's Jennings. Can he get down there? Trying to roll that inside. We know how good he is down there.
Yeah, he's been making that work all day. I mean, once he gets to that quarter panel, he can make it just about almost to where he can clear you one more corner, as he does it right about there. But the 2 has the momentum running that top line, but the 91 with the power on the bottom. Look at that.
Here comes Solms.
Yeah, playing around with the 2 and the 91. Doug Solms and Max Service jump into the picture for this top 5 battle.
2 Canadians right there, 5th and 6th. Solms coming from Ontario, Service coming from Nova Scotia. $40 laps to go here from Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Doug Solms sizing up Seth Fitzpatrick for the 4th position.
And Max is just trying to go whatever lane that 67's not, but it's hard because the 67's also trying to do the same thing with the 2. Wow, Max just really drove it in there on the top, trying to get a run possibly on the exit to get around Doug Solms. I don't think he's going to get there, though. Now he's going to try the bottom.
I think Max is just trying anything, but Not really getting any options to work for him.
And my biggest concern is I hope he's not overusing his tires because we kind of have a long run coming here with about 40 or something laps.
Yeah, this could be a lengthy run here. This is the battle, though.
Yeah, Doug's starting to reel him in. Here he goes. He's going to try the inside possibly on the 2. I mean, he's looking. He's going to try to get his nose.
He's there.
Oh, Seth kind of closed the door on him. Now here comes Max. He's peeking. Nice little battle here going on here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's like Doug can't get the power down to get back to Seth Fitzpatrick's quarter. Like, he gets there in entry, but he just can't get the power down to complete the pass.
Driving it deep on entry there.
Yeah, he's going to get a good run on exit here. Yep, here he comes. He's going to try to get there. He had a lift.
Fitzpatrick did a nice diamond there. Service is going to get restless here in a bit. Here comes Solms.
Here he goes again.
Oh, near contact. He wants it. He's got to send it if he really wants it. No, he backs off. Here comes Service.
Yeah, but Max ain't going to be able to go anywhere. He's got the 2 pinching him in, so I don't know if he's going to be able to clear Doug. Oh, Doug's going to close the door.
Fantastic stuff here in the battle for 4th.
Oh, is Doug going to cross him over? A little tight.
Really tight for Doug.
And that's going to go all the way up to the 3rd lane, try to get the runoff on the exit to get back to that 2. Now Max is going to try to peek the inside. Oh, Max is just really going for it.
Can't make anything happen down there.
Oh, he's trying. He's side by side. One more send, maybe?
Oh, he's
there it is.
Here. And
oh, wow.
If Max clears up, Solms will lift for him.
Oh, yeah, he's clear by a mile.
Yep. Service up to 5th.
Now he's going to try to go for Seth Fitzpatrick.
He's going to do the same. Yeah, he's going to do the same for the 2 car.
I can't believe how Max just made that work. I mean, Doug probably moved over for him a little bit, but that was a little insane.
Great stuff.
I mean, this track has been producing amazing racing. I mean, we've seen amazing passes. I love this high lane. I definitely would recommend us coming back here next season for the next season of Outlaws 100%.
Absolutely. I love this place. Here's Max's dive bomb. Anticipated one.
Oh, is he gonna? Nope. I thought he was gonna try to get as close to the set 2 as he can, but I think he's gonna. No, he's gonna give him a little bit more room. And Max is trying that thing that Jonathan Jennings did, where he kind of touches the apron a little bit with his left front. Yeah, there he goes again. He's gonna do about 2 wheels on it, but it's not getting him enough to where he can get side by side with him. I think he's got to build more of a run up here. Yep, there you go, Max. Get back up there. Try to build a run on the exit here.
Yeah, you got to really commit.
There it is.
Huge
there
run.
it is.
This could be a dive.
Now peek it. Yep. Now he's got to peek it. Hopefully be side by side with him off the exit here in turn 4.
Nope, he's not.
Oh, he's close. Nah, he got tight. He had to wash it up a little bit.
Giving it his all, though. Fitzpatrick doing a great job fending him off, and this is going to set to equal the tires out. Even though Fitzpatrick's on 71 lap old tires and Max is on 27 lap old tires.
Yeah, he's really putting up a good fight. I'm really impressed. I mean, these old tires have proven, I mean, they can compete with the new tires at this track. So it's been producing some really good racing. I'm really happy to see how this car is handling here at this track. I really had my question marks coming into this, but it's really proven me wrong.
Run up high. Max has got to chop it down low to get anything. He's got to run here. He's got to take
use the lap car as a pick, maybe?
He had to lift. I think he would have if he didn't have to lift off the corner.
No, this is going to not help Max, though. He's going to be there on the exit just about.
Yeah, Max's line was compromised.
Max is going to try to keep building this run off the corner. He keeps trying it, but he's just not going to be able to get there. He's going to have to try the top, maybe. There you go. Get a little bit of clean air on that right side of that car. There you go. Gets the power down on exit. He's going to have to do it at least a couple more times, I think. The way this 2 is just defending is perfect. He's just not giving him chance to really make anything happen. He's pretty much protecting both lanes at this point.
Never send for service.
Oh, he's going to try to make it stick, too. I don't think he's going to make it work, though. He's going to be there just about. Oh.
That was a tough one. He's sending it again.
Oh, he got loose. He's going to lose the momentum here. The two's going to clear him again. Might be close.
Yeah, he lost a lot of momentum there off the corner. Oh, service sideways.
Yeah, he's really going for it.
And he might have to give it up. He might just have to ride it out to the end here to not.
Yeah, I honestly think I agree 100%. I think he might just have to hold for him, mistake out the two. Maybe cool off that right front a little bit and then go back at him. He's still got about 20 or so laps to go. I think you have one more chance to save it for a little bit. You see that our leaders are going through lap traffic right now. Seth Berger got through it clean, but now Agent Schumacher has to go through it. He got around the 22. He's going to have to go through the 44 and the 56.
Been watching that gap between Berger and Schumacher. It's kind of stayed stagnant now. Schumacher's a little lap traffic. It's going to grow a little bit. But...
Yeah, between Adrian and Jonathan Jennings, too, it's been neutral. It's been about under a second, maybe a little bit over a second, but it's been pretty neutral. They haven't really done much to gain on each other at all. Right now, the main battle is between Seth Fitzpatrick and Max Service, though.
Schumacher blinking a little bit. That's not helping this case any.
No, but I think at this point he can care less, I think, to be honest.
Well, here we go again. Not done with this one.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. He about got underneath him.
I'll try it again. Send it up high, maybe. Cut it off low somehow. Where? I don't know.
I don't know. He's got to find something different that he can do to get around this, too. I think the two hit the wall right there, or is that just sparks? It was close.
Oh, Max got a good run here, but he just loses it there.
Yeah, that, too, is just maintaining the top. He's been hit. Oh.
Fitzpatrick
try it again. All right, now Max just doesn't need to screw up here. He just needs to be able to maintain here going into 3 and 4. Don't get loose. Don't overdrive it. As I say that, I see his right tire just start turning the other way. Max, listen to your conscience. Please.
It's been a brilliant defense from Fitzpatrick. Max can't do anything, even with the fresher tires. He's trying every line, up, down, left to right. He just can't get there. Or he can get there, he can't pass. And that's what we talk about all the time in racing, you know. Catching is one thing. Passing's another.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I think we might be to the point where Max has used up his tires. He might have worse tires than Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I honestly think I 100% agree with you, though. I mean, the two has just been protecting, and right there, you just see it. The 81 is just getting loose off the corner now. He's having like a Zoltan Herzog moment. Except where he's not spinning out. Getting around the 56 of Adam Gardner down there. I only think it's going to take Max to figure out that the bottom ain't working.
Trying to ride up over the seams. It's just nothing's prevailing for Max here. He's got to ride up on the 2 car and maybe get him out of that line, because Fitzpatrick is so comfortable now in the line he's running. It's just second nature to him.
Oh yeah, it's just unreal how good of protection the 2's playing against this 81. Even on the older tire, what did you say? It was what, 47 lap old tires? I believe you said. It's just unreal.
43 lap older tire. 44.
Yeah.
44. Yep.
Yeah, that's just unreal. I mean, usually tires like that, you'd be fading all the way back to possibly like out of the top 10. But in this case, we only have 7 cars on the lead lap, and it's just, you know.
This is the only battle on track. Only battle for position on track. So we'll watch this one as long as it happens. Seth Berger still has a 1.8 second advantage at the front of the field. And it is, well, I guess it won't hurt to check in on the race leader. There he is. 1.9 seconds out in front of the field.
And I think all he wants to see at this point is the white flag, I'll be honest with you. He's got to go 11 more times.
It's been a great day for Seth. And I've been wondering, I admit, the Talladega win, it didn't do much for me in terms of, really sealing Seth as being one of the big dogs this season. But this is one, it shows me he understands the car. He can finesse the car around a very tough track with seams and bumps. He can get it done on a short track, and then just close up on the point leader at this point. This has been a great run for Seth Berger. That's a little bit of a blink there. Oh boy. The slow on the bottom, that is Jacob Reeves.
And the big thing for me that stood out as Max Service and Seth Patrick keep playing with each other for more position. But the big thing for Seth is, me and you know him the most as probably more than one of the consistent drivers that's very, quiet. He's very underrated.
Absolutely.
He'll get a top 5, you don't even know about it until the very end. He'll get involved in some kind of wreck or whatever will happen, or he'll miss his pit box or something. He'll still crawl back and get a top 10, top 5 easily. Last week, Martinsville, he got involved in the wreck with the 33. Climbed all the way back to the field, showed his mental toughness, and climbed back for a second. Yeah.
That's wild.
He has no quit. He knows exactly how to drive this car, like you said. And I know one person that's definitely happy to see him out front is his dad, Mark Berger, who's probably in the chat right now screaming, go on to 77. So, bet he's going to make Dad and a lot of Berger Nation happy. So, it's just unreal. I knew he would be a favorite, but he's definitely starting to low-key turn it up a notch and show his true shape of form in these next-gen cars.
I could agree with that. I think, for what it's worth, it's been a learning experience for everyone. It took Seth maybe a little bit to learn the car. Oh my goodness, lap car here between Fitzpatrick and Service nearly getting into it. The 41 of Petrin. But I think Seth has finally gotten full grips with it. He's had some pretty, great luck today. And this is the run I think he's needed. Here's Max. This is a great run out of the corner.
Is he going to be able to clear him, though?
Can't do much with it. Still trying.
And we're about to have another battle on our hands as the leader just passed Jeremiah Stutzman to put him a lap down. Jeremiah Stutzman's been running down Doug Solms for P6, so I think in a second here or two, I don't know if we're going to get close enough, but it might be a battle for 6, but I don't know if they're going to get close enough from where Seth Fitzpatrick and Max Service are. Seth Berger is taking 2 to go at the line next time.
Yeah, I don't think Seth's going to be too pressed about lapping the 67, unless he has to. He's lost 3/10 already, so I think he's kind of just backing off the pace also.
Yeah, Jonathan James is about 2 seconds off the pace off of Adrian Schumacher, so I don't think they're going to be a battle for second, so Adrian should be able to bring home second.
Oh, there will be a battle here.
Oh, Jeremiah gives the bump to Doug.
I don't think he intended to. I think Doug just might have slowed up a little much for him. And
the white flag.
Yeah, the white flag presented by Whiplash Sim Cam. Sol's fighting for 6th. Max still has not made any inroads on that battle for 4th. But it's been all this 77, this beautiful, patriotic Bergyard Chevrolet driven by the 77 of Seth Berger. He'll win his 2nd race on the season.
Talk about getting a win in dominating fashion.
Absolutely.
Seth Berger.
Schumacher, Jennings, Fitzpatrick, Service, the top 5. Solms holds on for 6th. Stutzman, Monix, Setzer, Petra in the top 10.
What is going on here? We got a little bit of a party?
A little bit of a team burnout, I guess. I don't know if Max... Oh, Max is on the pit lane.
No, nah, his car doesn't look pretty enough for the team burnout.
That might be exactly what he said, too.
Yeah, it's probably... You both know him way too well for that.
I think Seth
we got a little bit more of a party here. Edwin Gardner and Daniel Boltix pulled up too. Oh, here comes Max.
Oh, you already know. Oh!
Oh. Okay, note to self, I'm going to have to teach Seth how to do the straightward back burnout. Oh,
I could nail those burnouts into Gen 6, man. I haven't had too many opportunities to even do it in the Gen.
Oh, we're doing the tandem here.
At the start-finish line. And you can tell which one of them has the better engine.
Oh, yeah. And you can tell which one definitely... a little bit. Oh, Max is starting to show a little bit more smoke. Oh, I think he's dying. I think it's going here.
Oh, but...
Rear tires are going out. Good day for Swift Racing, though.
Sure. All three of them in the top 5.
Oh, 4 of them. Top 10.
Yeah.
Matthew Setzer, P9. 4 laps down. Oh, now they're just playing bumper cars.
And they are just playing bumper cars. We'll get the interview here with race winner, driver of the number 77, Seth Berger. And I said it on broadcast, Seth. I'm going to be honest. The Dega win, it didn't do much for me. But now, I feel like you've got your grip on these cars. You're gonna make a statement this season. I think you needed this one just as much.
Oh yeah, trust me, man. You could ask everyone in the Swift Racing chat. I was saying the exact same thing, man. I don't blame you, but oh, it feels great to finally get a dominating win this season. I've had about 2 or 3 races go away from me here that were outside of Talladega, so it definitely feels great to get it done, especially with all these names on the hoods that sadly passed away.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier on the broadcast, and it's a beautiful patriotic car you made. I'd imagine originally for Memorial Day, and you said thank you to those who served on the back end. But when you decide to put all the names on the hood and I guess get that inspiration to do so?
This afternoon actually, I was keeping updated, checking the websites because I mean they were still updating the victims list today. So I mean I put the last name on about 30 minutes before practice today. So again, it's political, so I'm not going to get into it. I just prayers for everyone that's involved, and I hope that shooter can rot in hell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's many people who would disagree with that one. But Seth, tonight it was phenomenal. It's let's see, 136 laps led, over half the race. You started 3rd. It said you were as low as 5th. That car, it looks like it's been through it. But tonight, it was stellar. What we did, talk to you a little bit earlier on. You said your car was actually a little bit better on the bottom side. From then on, how? I guess in that, I don't even know what to ask, man. But when you got that clean air, how hard are you pushing? Are you pushing to open up as large of a margin as you can, or are you trying to maintain what you got, or what's your thought process? Because you had 2 points out there now when you had long runs and you got that gap.
I was really looking for in the first couple laps, try to go a little fast, not burn up the right front still, just try to see what I could get in the first few laps, and then whatever I got after that, I'd try to just manage that, because I knew it was so tough to pass that I figured it'd just be better off even if I was slower, it'd be better to just back up to them and just have better tire than I would have if I just tried to haul ass the entire run and not be able to hold anybody off on the high side. But yeah, shout out to Burger Nation for watching today. Finally got you a win outside of Talladega. An awesome patriotic car again. Hopefully you guys can check out Berg Arts. I got some cool stuff coming. I haven't posted anything about it yet, but for anyone who is still watching, I will be having a giveaway sooner or later.
Well, yeah, there you go. Be sure to check out Berg Arts, the Facebook page, it's spelled right there on the car. The Instagram page is Berg_Arts, and yeah, check out all the great work that Seth has done for all the clothing designs he's made. It's all hand drawn, hand painted, hand everything. It's great work that he does. But Seth, we look forward now on what's coming up this season. You still got, well, this is the first race of the second half of the regular season. You got Texas coming up. How you feeling now? You got that your second win on the season. That win that could really fire you up for the stretch.
It feels great. It definitely going to help me have some confidence going into the weeks coming up, especially Texas. I got a win there in another series a few months back, so that'll be good. I got a lot of confidence now, especially great teamwork with Adrian Schumacher and Max. Max is just making great adjustments all night in practice, and luckily it was great where it needed to be, where everyone else wasn't.
Right on. Well, Seth Berger, congratulations on your second win on the season. Getting it done here at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Once again, congratulations, celebrate hard, and best luck to you in the coming weeks, man.
All right, thank you.
And that was driver of the number 77, Seth Berger. And again, what a race it was for him. And I'm glad he agreed with me there. He needed a little bit more of a taste than, that Dega win. Wow.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. And, this was definitely one of them. To lead over half the laps in a race and show that muscle out in front. A good looking patriotic car as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of those underrated ones again. Last week, Martinsville definitely had a car that could win. I mean, multiple short tracks, Iowa had a good car, got involved in a wreck, and then last week got involved in a wreck, almost had Zoltan Hertzeg to beat, and he just couldn't get it done. But now tonight, he finally got a short track win, and you can definitely say now he's a short track winner. Okay, I just had a you moment right there, but we're good.
You got it.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Let's go through the race results then, shall we? Of course, Seth Berger with the race win, 136 laps led, 2.5 seconds over Adrian Schumacher. Jonathan Jennings comes on 4.5 back. Seth Fitzpatrick was 10 back, trying to fend off a hard-charging Max service. Doug Solms was the first driver, 1 lap down in 6th. Stutzman gave it his all there for that position. He ended up in 7th. Molnix, the last car, 1 lap down in 8th. It is Matthew Setzer finishing 9th, 4 down, and Mike Petrin in 10th, 5 laps down.
In 11th, we got the 22 of Jacob Breeze, who had a good night going until unfortunate circumstances involved him in a couple wrecks, 11 laps down in 11th. James Gilliard in 12th place, 13 laps down. League owner Adam Gardner in 13th, 26 laps down, involved in a wreck early on in the race they couldn't recover from. 14th, the 11 of Scott Bailey, 45 laps down, also involved in an early wreck. 15th, the guy that was dominant mainly on the short runs, 39 Zoltan Herzeg. 63 laps down and got involved with Jacob Reeves in a couple of incidents and wasn't able to recover. 16th, Brad Bothwell in the 31, 115 laps down. 14th, Nathan Aldridge, 17th, 214 laps down. Robert Giannini, 34, 18th, 221 laps down. Matt Rogers in the 96 and 19th, 227 laps down. And Derek McMurtry in 20th, 236 laps down.
And well, that's the whole field. That is all 20 cars that entered tonight. But don't you go anywhere. We are not done with post-race coverage here from Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Don't you go anywhere. Post-race coverage of the 14th round of the Outlaws Sim Series NextGen Cup season underway. Back in a moment.
Sound Art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound Art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Brownsburg, Indiana, and the post-race coverage here of the Outlaws Sim Series, 14th round of 36 here from the virtual Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. More post-race interviews coming along. Second place finisher Adrian Schumacher standing by with Ed Shearer.
Adrian, congratulations on the top 3. I know it's not exactly what you wanted. I know you wanted to get that non-super speedway oval win tonight, as Emerson flashed a little bit earlier to you, but we all know that you definitely can get that happening anywhere else. But tell us about how your night went tonight.
Yeah, it was mostly up. I was mostly up there, just couldn't pass, and then couldn't get on the brakes early enough with a spinning car in front of me, but so I went back, got new tires, came up, then I ended up second.
Well, I hope you realize how fast of a car you have, because when you took that UL, you were far back, and I hope you understood how fast of a car you had, the fact that you drove all the way back up to second. I mean, you did it multiple times tonight. You went on a pit stop and fell back, I believe, all the way back to 9th, and you drove away up to the top 3. Then you had the EOL issue with going away to the back involving that incident, and then driving all the way back up the front to finish second. Did you really understand how fast of a car you had tonight?
I didn't really. Well, it was fast after I started doing some active brake bias adjustments, laply, but is that a word, laply?
We can put it in there,
But yeah, after I started making those adjustments every lap, the car came into its own, and I was trying to save tire to catch Seth, but I'd say like probably 20-30 more laps would have happened.
Yeah, I definitely felt like you had like the more consistent car, as to basically where it didn't matter short run, long run, or whatever line possible. You can basically do what you want with your car. I know you said you got, like when we interviewed you before, that you were getting loose a lot, but we're talking about a track next week that can prove to be crucial on tires, and you have to be patient and understand what you have to do. How you feel about your chances next week going into Texas, where definitely a lot's going to be on the line with how these guys are fighting for points and fighting for wins and everything?
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be a tire management track, which I think I tend to do pretty good on those, or saving tire in general. But I couldn't really say anything truthfully about next week.
Well, I hope you find some good facts for that, because I think you have a good shot, bud. I mean, I know how you are as a driver, and I think you have a really good opportunity to get a win here soon. So congratulations on your second place finish, Adrian, and hopefully we'll see you next week with the cowboy hat and a little bit of a southern accent in you when we go to Texas next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Second place finisher Adrian Schumacher on the night. Again, a great recovery from the EOL. And yeah, still looking for that first non-road course win. Non-road course, non-Daytona win. But we'll go ahead and get on the third place finisher, driver of the number 91, Jonathan Jennings. Jonathan, that was a bad, fast machine tonight. That looked like the only person who could really roll that bottom, the person who could roll that bottom the best anyway. What more did you need there?
To get all the adjustments I put in there earlier. I should have left it alone. I tightened it up too much.
Well, nonetheless, you didn't have a front bumper cover for a majority of that second half of the race, and you still recovered up the third. How badly was that 91 damaged?
I'm not exactly sure if I had any engine disadvantage or not. It didn't feel like it, but I just needed to free it up a little more. I'm just happy to get back to third.
Yeah, it looked like a decent, a great recovery for what it's worth. You got Texas coming up. What can you tell us about your chances at the mile and a half in Fort Worth?
Just need to qualify good. Track position is really, really important with this car. And just run my race and be there when it counts.
Right on. Well, Jonathan, again, I know you had higher ambitions for this race, but 25 laps led. You ended up still on the podium after, despite the adversity you had to go through tonight. I think a great run for what it's worth, and best luck to you next week at Texas, man.
Thank you.
Driver of the number 91, Jonathan Jennings, and fourth place finisher Jeremiah. Not fourth place finisher. Seventh place finisher Jeremiah Stetson just missed out on getting that stuff from Doug Solms. He's standing by with that cheer.
Jeremiah, you there, buddy? I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay, good. We got you this time. All right. I tried to get you earlier, man, but you weren't available. I have to leave a message next time, maybe a memo or something. But anyway, a little different look for you this week. What was the whole cause of change of scenery? I mean, we went from Pennzoil to Pepsi now.
Yeah. Thought I'd change it up. Maybe people wouldn't find me to wreck me, but that didn't work.
I'll tell you now, you gotta find something that matches more in the track if they want you not to find you. I mean, the blue kind of sticks out at night, and it's a little, but it's a nice blue though. I'll give you that much. But tell us about how your night went, man. I know you didn't have the finish you expected, but you ran up in the top three a lot. I know you tried to play a little bit of strategy, staying out a couple times, and met the front end of Seth Berger's car a little bit to your rear end about once or twice or so. But other than that, tell us about how your night went.
It still ended up being a good night. I just was hoping to get a top 10. I wish I wouldn't have wrecked there, but I think it was just a racing deal. So, no biggie, but I wish that wouldn't have happened. I think I could have got a top 5. I think we ran top 5 most of the race, so that was very surprising.
Yeah, you definitely got some decent stage points, definitely. I mean, I know points definitely from here on out are going to be crucial for a lot of drivers as the points battles are starting to get a little dimmer as, they're closing in on a couple more. You know, we got that tight battle between first through third, and now with Seth winning tonight, it's going to be a little bit more tighter, but I know you definitely didn't have the points night you wanted. I know you won the stage last week at Martinsville, and you tried again tonight. I saw when you stayed out the first stage, but do you think you have to focus a little bit more on just stage points for the 71 team, or is it just win or go home at this for you?
I think we need stage points still. We're up there in the points. We're surrounded by people that are winning weekly, and I just don't have the speed to do that yet. So we gotta try to get these stage points when we can.
Well, buddy, I can tell you for a fact, you definitely have the speed. Don't tell yourself that you don't, but you're up here contending every week, and you definitely have the top 5 speed to contend with these boys every week and week on out. But Next week we go to a track that's really tire demanding, and if I know somebody that I had to put money on for a strategy call possibly next week at 1.5 miles at a Texas, it had to be you. So how do you feel about your chances next week at the good old Texas Motor Speedway?
I think we got a chance at it. It's 1.5 miles, and that's what I prefer. So we're really looking forward to it.
Well, bud, I know it's not the night you wanted. I know 7th place isn't where the 71 team wanted, but still had a good night all around. I'm excited to see you at Texas next week. I hope you bring, like I told Adrian, the southern accent and the cowboy hat. I want to see them out. Maybe a little bit of mustache or two, maybe. Never know. Hopefully we see this Pepsi machine back out there, and maybe stick a little Pennzoil in there maybe if you have to. But hopefully we'll see you doing good at Texas, bud.
All right, thank you. Y'all, good job as always.
Of course, we appreciate it, Jeremiah, and appreciate his time as well. I know he finished 7th. He had no obligation to stay here, so appreciate him giving us another interview or so here in the post-race show. But Ed, I guess that's all the drivers we're going to talk to tonight. What say you? Again, I heard you had to buy this track a few moments before the broadcast tonight. I know you've never turned a lap here.
Yeah.
So, how do you
we're
feel?
We're not. I mean, it was definitely worth the $9. I will say that. I think it was $9 with the tax, but it was definitely worth it. I mean, it put on a show. I mean, I'm probably never gonna step foot on it. Maybe once or twice. Maybe I think late models go here, but I don't know.
But stuff goes here.
Oh, okay. So, bet I'll definitely try it out. But
I
was definitely
going back here in real life to see the truck series is. So.
Oh boy! Oh, that's just fantastic. But I definitely anticipated what we saw tonight. A lot of aggressive passing and a lot of aggressive moves, but I did not expect any of the old tires compared to new tires when they got out front to pull away as far as they did. But when Seth Berger got out front, it's just there was no catching him. I mean, he just had the car that nobody could catch. After that, it was just all she wrote. So congratulations to him and his team, and I know they're happy. And everybody had a great night tonight. I know there's a couple of drivers out there that didn't have the night they expected, but you know, we're going right back to 1.5 miles next week, Emerson. We're going to that your home track, Texas Motor Speedway. I can't wait to bring out the cowboy hat, dude. I get to finally pull that thing out of the closet. I might grow a mustache for it too, just for the heck of it.
Oh man.
Can we get Michael McConaughey out here to do the all right? Like, no? Or is that too much of an expensive cut?
Being here in Texas, we don't, just walk around in cowboy hats all the time. I think I might have to pull mine. It might sit in my closet a lot.
I mean, I got a lasso too. Does that count?
Last time I wore my cowboy hat was March 2020, the week before COVID shut everything down. So I haven't worn it in a bit.
Yeah, we're good. We got it. We got it covered. It's probably gonna be hot there anyway, so we might not want to.
You might want to block the sun out of your eyes, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, that's gonna do it for tonight here at in Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. But we got so much more coming up from the channel. 3 iconic tracks coming at you here on Pit Stop TV. Tomorrow afternoon here in the States. Tomorrow night in the UK. British Sim Racers Touring Cars has their season finale tomorrow night.
Oh wow.
8 p.m. UK time. Tomorrow afternoon here 3 p.m. Eastern time. Sebring, you won't want to miss the championship finale at Sebring Raceway tomorrow. Again, British Sim Racers, they put on some spectacular shows the past couple seasons. And those towing cars, those are fun little things. So can't wait to see how they do at Sebring. Sunday night, the MPI Cup Series is back in action. Ed, I think you and I are right back up to the plate for that one, so that should be a good one. I think it's a 300 miler. So that's a long one, but yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be there for a long night. I'm definitely gonna need, a lot. I'm gonna have to bring extra batteries for the cameras, back to my normal habitat, but definitely should be fun.
And then, we'll be back at it again on Wednesday night then, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Texas Motor Speedway. I believe you'll be on the mic with me as well there. And it should be a grand old time. My home oval, for the longest time, it was, the only track in my home, the only active track in the NASCAR, on the NASCAR circuit in my home state. And now Coda's a little bit closer to me, but my home oval, been here 8-9 times. Brilliant facility, I love it. Can't wait to head out to No Limits, Texas next Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then, where can everybody keep up with updates about all of these series here on the channel?
I mean, they can just go right to the social medias as you see on the screen right now. You can go to facebook.com/pitstoptv. You can go to twitter.com/pitstoptv_. Instagram.com/pit_stop_TV. Or you can go to youtube.com/c/pitstoptv1. Or if some of you may be watching already on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/pit_stop_TV. You guys can check all that out. I'm mainly on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram where you guys can see all the screenshots that most of me and all my social media compadres all put out there to see what kind of action's going around the track. Emerson and Andrew do their thing in the booth, make all that, making them sound really great and put on a great show as always. You can catch Andrew tomorrow on the mic. I'm pretty sure he calls the touring cars race, I think, tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I believe. I'm correct, I think. But you can catch him out tomorrow, and then you can catch both him and Emerson on Sunday while I'm taking the screenshots. So, got a good lineup this weekend. I'm excited. I mean, we're going to Charlotte, man. I'm excited. We got a little trip going on.
Oh yeah, a lot of great facilities. Sebring, Charlotte, Texas. Got a lot coming up for us here on the channel. Now I'm stoked. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us here tonight. It was a good little night tonight. But yeah, that'll do it from Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Thank you all. We're happy to have had you all here tuning in and joining us for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. For all at Pit Stop TV, Ed Shearer beside me on the mic, I am Emerson Arn. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon for British Sim Racers Touring Cars at their season finale at Sebring, or next Wednesday night for more Outlaws Sim Series action from No Limits, Texas.